Sure bees fighting with them foes all the time, but I gotta do it, they always stay out of line. Sometimes I wanna just chill and land, but I'm the protector of the emeralds and gems. Stay knuckled up in a deep cut. I'm seeing skulls that burn, they trying to throw me off. Avoiding my luck, I'm feeling kinda stuck. Don't call me Knuckles, give me a box.
Alright, let's knock out this Wordle. Let's see. Here's the rules in case you don't know what Wordle is. What day is today? Today's Monday? Hi Shinichigami, thank you for tuning in. Start of the week. Wow, really good letters. I mean, the wrong places, but... Okay, what about... There's no R. A is probably second letter. Let's go cast. Okay, well I got my letters in the correct places. So I should be able to solve here. I mean, it could be nasty. That would be a good one. Is it just nasty? I mean, yeah, I guess I'm gonna guess nasty. It's not nasty. It's tasty? Ugh. It's not tasty? Oh, okay. Now this whole thing is just... I guess it could be hasty. Oh, it was hasty. That's, you know what's ironic about that too, is that I was a little bit too hasty with my nasty guess. Because I just would have loved it if it was nasty. Oh my goodness, so many of these Wordle solutions recently have just been like, I'll have 4 out of 5, and I'm just there on the, like, just guessing all possible solutions. Cast was a good guess. It mixed up all my letters. Alright, so that's a Wordle for today. You know what I'm gonna do? Because it's been so long since I've streamed. I'm going to... We're gonna warm up. I think I'm gonna warm up with RE4 today, actually. Which in some weird way is warming up Stellar Blade. In some which way it's warming up Stellar Blade. Hello Pope, thank you for tuning in. Been playing a lot of Kazan lately? Okay, okay. I never finished the demo, but what I played I thought was pretty good. I just didn't... You know what I didn't like about it? Actually, let's just start the stream. Let's just start the stream. I'll tell you what I didn't like about it. Hello friends, welcome to a Monday stream. It's been so long since I've streamed. It's been absolutely ridiculous a situation recently, but I'm more or less back, and I've been feeling better. I was sick last month, but we only streamed twice last month. It's just been hectic. It's been like I've just been unable to stream. But I'm happy to play some Stellar Blade today, although we're going to start with some RE4. That's another thing, dude. RE9 came out, and I haven't even gotten a chance to boot it up. I've not even booted it up. Do you see this? Not started once. So I'm going to play some Stellar Blade. I'm going to be playing Boss Challenge, but before I do that, let's jump into a little RE4. We did the Wordle puzzle for the day, So that's already done. If you want to see that, you can rewind. But I think I'll play just one round of Mercenaries with the Eve mod, of course. Also, hello, Agatoki. But yeah, Pope, you said you've been playing a lot of Kazan. You know, I played the demo, but I didn't get... It sucks. I kind of regret not even finishing it because I was like, oh yeah, this... You know what? We played the demo, the Kazan demo, when I had just gotten like a nice PB. Back... I'm talking about Stellar Blade speedrunning. Back on console, whenever the demo came out, it was around that time. And I got like my first sub 3-hour run. And I was like, oh man, okay, let's celebrate and just play some Kazan because I wasn't going to continue playing Stellar Blade that day because we already reached our goal. So, I played the first half of the demo and I fought the, like, Yeti. I'm pretty sure it was like a Yeti. It was like a snowy area and then you fight a boss at the end. And then after that, there was even more demo, but I didn't even get that far. I liked the game. I thought the combat felt good, but I didn't like how you have to keep picking up loot. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like constantly replacing your loot. I didn't like that because it felt like I was really playing like an RPG at that point. And that just turned me off a little bit. But the combat did feel really good. I could just be being a little bit stubborn. I could just look past that, probably. I'm going to do docks. We're playing regular Ada. Hey, Nicholas Bridal, thank you for tuning in. The weapon system is weird. Wait a minute, what the hell? Where's my Eve mod? This isn't Eve. Okay, hold on, we gotta reboot this. This is not Eve at all. Hang on, this is a quick fix. Quick fix. I'm literally playing RE4 for like 10 minutes and then I'm starting up Stellar Blade. But my Eve mod isn't enabled. What's going on with that? Ada, Stellar Blade, Eve, yes. And then also weapons, Eve's sword, yes. Okay. Should be good now. Or now we should be good. What did I think about the possibility of Stellar Blade separating from Sony? You mean Sony not publishing the sequel? I mean, I think Shift Up, they should have enough money to do it on their own, I guess, if they wanted to be like an indie. Hope you're enjoying the stick. Selling a Hitbox Ultra. You know, okay. Dude, I bought this fight stick recently from somebody on OfferUp. This guy was so nice. He was literally like the coolest dude ever. Oh my goodness. And he just messaged me to follow. Hey man, hope you're enjoying it. I'm selling this other thing if you know anybody, which is like good follow-up. Good follow-up on his part. I wonder if he works in sales. Okay. We should have the Eve mod working now. It's working because I saw Eve's sword there in the loadout. So yeah, our sword does replace... Oh hell yeah, we're good. We're in there. Our sword does replace the knife. I wanted to parry that. Hold on, let's restart. I just want to show off the knife one time. What's comical about it though is that it even fills up our inventory. Like, look at this. This is absurd. It just covers... It's like 7 spots. We're just gonna keep going. 2 for 1. Hey, there's a chicken. Hi, chicken. You know what? Maybe he'll just drop an egg for us. I don't know if we even did any Mercenaries as Eve. Actually, no, yeah, we did. The first time I played with this mod, it was just Mercenaries. That was when I was unsure if I would even do a full playthrough of Separate Ways. And then we did do a Separate Ways playthrough and it was fantastic. Don't do this to me. It's International Women's Month. How could you? Okay. Actually, wasn't yesterday actual International Women's Day? Like, you know that LeBron meme? Where LeBron James goes and sits down with those two women from the NBA, like, I don't know if they were from like the Lakers organization or something. But he's like, first of all, Happy International Women's Day. And what's funny about that clip, I don't even know if it was International Women's Day, but that's just an amazing way to introduce yourself. I mean, they know him, obviously, but you know what I mean. An amazing greeting. So basically what I mean to say is hope you guys are having a good International Women's Month. Or start to it. Alright, these guys are being rude. That was a nice shot. Maybe not the best grenade. Maybe not the best grenade. It's okay. Alright. Hi Joey Central, thank you for tuning in. Also, hello Blankets, thank you for tuning in as well. This just brings up the dude, that was a bad... We're gonna redo that. Brings the opportunity to port Stellar Blade onto different platforms. See, that'd be fantastic. I would love that, actually. I want Switch folks and Xbox folks to be able to play the game, you know. By the way, this is my worst map. Like, legitimately. You know, unless I'm playing as Wesker, but then everything is easy as Wesker, so... No headshot? And no melee prompt? Hate that. Some long-range melees. Dude, I cannot wait to start RE9. I'm hoping that maybe this week we can start it. But what I should realistically, if I want to be responsible, what I should do first is finish Clair Obscure. And the last thing we were doing in that game was like the Endless Tower. So that's like a whole thing. And then, you know, whatever bosses I got to do besides that. And then finally actually beat the game. So we got kind of a lot to do. That was close. I ducked. I did duck there, but... Nice. I got the Novistador, that's good. 4 for 1. That was a huge melee. Where's Chainsaw? Okay, there he is. Throw a grenade. Stab this guy. There's Chicken again. Chicken, I would love some health. I don't need it right now, but I'll need it later. I was a little bit too slow. I could have stabbed that guy in the back with my blood edge. Oh well. But yeah, if you... Hey, Agatoki, I know that you have finished your first playthrough of RE9, right? I guess if you want to tell me broadly, I'm sure you enjoyed it. But, you know what? Never mind. Don't tell me anything. Sorry, I take it back. I take it back completely. Ow. Please kill. Nice. No! Okay. I do not want to lose my combo here. I would love a full combo. I always get scared whenever my melees get interrupted. I should probably run over to the other side of the map. You know, do a little bit of sightseeing. Not much, just a little bit of sightseeing. Plus, I like being near these mayhem mode orbs. Okay. There's a rocket launcher guy. The hell, this man's crazy. Are you out of your mind? Okay. I don't have a flashbang. Hang on, this is fine. This is fine. I would love a grenade, but I have this. I thought I'd have to duck there, but we're good, we're good. Only about 50 enemies left. No, don't die. Okay, I can heal now. We have our first aid spray, I'll pop that. I can combine these as well. And then right after this, we're going to be jumping into Stellar Blade. So... we got our melee. That guy's still alive. That was a little unnecessary. I spent a couple too many blast arrows. That guy didn't die. Hang on, hang on. Keep it simple. Okay, we're fine. No, this is perfect. We're gonna recover from this. Alright. If there's one thing I've got, it's time. Oh man, a flashbang would be so clutch. Just more plagas? Stop it. There's a healing item. Man, this is not like playing Stellar Blade, because when I'm playing Stellar Blade, dude, I can just look over chat so easily. There's so many moments where I just have time. I have like, you know, a few seconds to look over during a combo or an animation. But here, I just can't. It's so different. The dynamic is amazing. Okay, they're coming from that side. It's okay. No, stop it. That was good. Melee! No, my melee! Hold on. I have a shotgun, I forgot. Alright, we made it work. That got a little bit hectic at the end. But I'm glad I... Okay, I'm not dead. I'm not done yet, but we're not dead, so we did it, essentially. That is 150. Nice. Anyway, let's catch up with chat. Am I gonna play the Expedition DLC? The Expedition 33 DLC? Oh, the free patch? Maybe. I guess it depends how long it is. You know, all I really wanted to do for my first playthrough was do like the main optional bosses and then beat the game. But I guess I could. The flying bugs remind you of the drones in Halo. The flying... Wait, the drones in Halo. Which Halo game is this? I've played 1 through 3, of course. So, is it like a flood enemy? I don't know. I don't remember. Alright, Stellar Blade. Dude, look at the last time I booted this up. February 24th. That is way too long ago. I hope I remember how to play. The drones, flying insects in Halo 2 and 3? Damn, I should really remember then. I guess it's been a while. Actually, I'm gonna be honest, I never even finished the Halo 2 campaign. Didn't care for it very much. I've completed the Halo 1 campaign and the Halo 3 campaign. And, you know, Halo 3, of course, I played through that game at least a few times because I did co-op. Co-op made it very fun. But, yeah, you know, I don't really... When I think of Halo, I don't really think of the campaigns. I just played them online a bunch. Just start RE9 right now? No, I'm not gonna do that. I gotta play Stellar Blade my first day back streaming. For some reason, that menu gave you flashbacks to that minigame in the Reborn Evil event in Nikkei. Oh, you mean the Resident Evil collab that they did? Yeah, I heard about that. I saw some people posting about it in our Discord. You're playing RE9 as well? We'll be watching firsthand to get heads-up assistance. Nice. Yeah, you know, it's kind of great the way it worked out in that I was delayed from starting immediately. Because had I started RE9 when the game launched... Oh, by the way, it's compiling shaders right now, so hang on a sec. We may as well switch over. I was going to say, so had I started RE9 when the game launched, you know, it would have been pretty hard to watch me because, number one, there's a bajillion people streaming that game. Because Resident Evil is just... It's amazing. It's gotten bigger and bigger, like with every release, I feel like. Especially, you know, ever since the success of Resident Evil 7, it has become super mainstream, which is great because they have a lot of money now to make more games, so I love it. But, you know, there's a bunch of people that stream the games now. And also, if you're playing the game yourself, you don't really want to... You want to play... A game like RE especially, you want to experience it yourself the first time and then watch others play it, right? Because there's a lot of moments that will get spoiled for you if you watch... Yeah, any horror game, really. That'll get spoiled for you if you watch someone else play it first, so it's kind of nice, because now we're into... When did RE9 come out? Has it been 2 weeks? I think it's been out for like 2 weeks, just about at this point. Maybe like on Thursday it'll be 2 weeks. Or this Friday it'll have been 2 weeks, I think. So... Yeah, you know, I gave it a good buffer. Hello, Solo Wing Buddy. Thank you for tuning in. Did I miss anybody? I don't think so. No, I said hi to you guys. Nichigami, Pope, Agatoki, Blankets, Nicholas Barreto, Joey Central. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Been going through your RE backlog. You finished RE8 a few days ago, and you've been doing RE2 Remake. Nice. Resident Evil 2 Remake is one of the best ones in the franchise, in my opinion. That game is so good because there's so much good bonus content. So much good bonus content. So much stuff to do after you beat the game. And you get the 2 campaigns as well. Which you have to do. It's not like a... Like, oh, maybe I'll do it. No, you have to do... Whatever character you're playing as, it doesn't matter. When you finish your first campaign, make sure you do the other one. The corresponding one. If you want to do the classic canon order of the campaigns, just do Claire A and then Leon B. But technically in the remake, from what I understand, either option is canon. RE9 came out at the end of February. Came out at the end of February, so about 10 days. Okay, so yeah, about 2 weeks at the end of this week. Because it came out on a Friday, I remember. Man, such great release timing, too. It's almost done compiling shaders. Such great release timing with RE9, man. I think they nailed it perfectly. What kind of shocks me, though, because, I mean, what I'm talking about is they released it on a Friday, which is great, but it kind of shocks me that Fatal Frame 2 is coming out so close to RE9. A little bit weird. I would have spaced it out more just because that might be a little bit of... I mean, people might be fatigued playing horror games, so there's that, but, you know, hopefully Fatal Frame 2 does well, because I would love remakes of the other games, too. But yeah, Fatal Frame 2, man, that game's awesome. The original game, it's always been my favorite in the franchise, although I never played the first Fatal Frame. It's definitely like a Silent Hill 2 kind of situation, where it's just like a beloved entry in the series. So it made sense that they remade Silent Hill 2 first. And it makes sense they remade Fatal Frame 2 first. So I'm looking forward to that. I already picked it up. I have it pre-purchased and stuff. So, okay, if I jump in... Hang on a sec. Actually, before I do, go to my settings. Skip cutscene UI, that's off. Perfect. I like that. And I'm playing with my new sound settings, right? Yes. I've lowered my effects volume. I used to always play this at 80. I've lowered it to 70. And yeah, I guess we're good. I guess there's not really much else I gotta do. Man, it's been so long. Alright, let's just jump in. Do I have my mods enabled? I should. I wouldn't have had to disable them. So I should still have my fusion suit. And I'm just gonna jump straight into minimum preset. Okay, cool. We're in there. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be a little bit laggy just for a bit. Until it compiles shaders. Oh, by the way, Agatoki, I had another tilting Wordle today. If you look at the beginning of the stream, I played myself. Okay, so I attack with square and triangle. Okay, let's do it. Nah, this should be fine. Playing Stellar Blade is like riding a bike. One and two. Has my FPS always been so low during this fight? That's crazy. I'm getting 90 FPS. Oh, you know what I forgot to mention when we were playing RE9 just a minute ago? They patched the game, right? So they had patched the game last month. And they changed the DRM. They changed from de novo to something else. I think it was called Enigma. And then they patched the game again last week, I believe. And they removed Enigma. And so now it should be running better than ever, because now it has no DRM, I believe. 1 and 2. I don't think they re-added de novo, so I believe they just have... It's just a DRM-free game, which is pretty cool. Correct me if I'm wrong. That did not connect. I hesitated to. I was like, is this gonna... I don't like the way he's like sitting up against the wall. I don't know if this is going to reach. And it didn't reach. One, two. Oh, I haven't even talked about baseball yet. But if you're not watching the Baseball Classic, the World Baseball Classic has been happening since last Wednesday was the first game. And we're just in pool play. So like the games, we're not even in knockout games yet. But there have already been so many hype moments. It has been freaking crazy, dude. Highly recommend watching. Even just like, even if you don't watch baseball normally or like you watch really casually, these are some of the most hype games. Like the game, oh my goodness, Korea, Japan was crazy. Tonight, United States versus Mexico, I'm really looking forward to. So just know that today's stream is ending in 3 hours, 12 minutes, no matter what. No matter what, I am not missing an inning of US versus Mexico. It's gonna be sick. I didn't sequence that correctly. I definitely didn't sequence that like I used to. 1. 1, 2. 1 and 2. You're a scaredy cat when it comes to horror games. You've been kind of spoiled on RE2 Remake. There were moments where you still got scared. Fair enough. Can't blame you. Especially if you're not like used to playing them, I guess. 1 and 2. The Steam page still shows the Nouveau, but they may have forgotten to update it. Alright. But that's weird, because, you know, I know that they added... I know for a fact they changed the DRM to Enigma because I guess the license expired for de Nouveau. And so if their whole thing was they didn't want to pay for the license again, I don't know, like, why would they... I don't know. Maybe there's someone over at Capcom that made some kind of official statement on it, but I haven't looked that far into it. 1, 2. But that's weird. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it does just have de Nouveau. And they decided, let's pay for the license again, which is crazy to me. I mean, the game has come out... RE4 came out 3 years ago at this point, right? I believe it was March of 23. So, 1 and 2. That's just a bit anti-consumer, isn't it? I mean, DRM, third-party DRM is always anti-consumer. But like so late into the lifespan of the game, just let it breathe, man. And you know, DRM doesn't really make much of a difference unless you're like on lower powered hardware. But like still, you know, I can empathize. Dodge. Okay. Get my shield breakers in there. Nice interrupt. 1, 2. 2. Oh my gosh, that was so close. Hello, Cat X Gaming. Thank you for tuning in. What's good? I'm alright. What's good with you? I don't recognize your username. Is it possible that... Because YouTube does this thing where they change usernames. They'll change from your username to your screen name. So, I might know you by your other name. But I don't recognize Cat X Gaming. Gonna be honest there. 1 and 2. If I had to just take a shot in the dark, I'd guess you're Akai Neko because that has cat in the name. 1. Oh my gosh, I did it again. I did it again. But no, I don't know. Oh my gosh, like I know like Soloing Buddy, I know that you're Joshua, for example. Nicholas Bredo, that's easy. You're Nicholas Bredo either way. Agatoki, you just have some extra numbers. Blankets is still blankets. So a lot of them are the same. Been quite a while since you've tuned in. Oh, okay, welcome back then. Yeah, so especially if it's been a while. But what's your actual username? Like, what would your name normally appear as in chat? Because, I mean, I could possibly still remember. 1, 2... That was a clean... Oh, those are clean aim cancels. That was nice. Okay, okay. I feel like I'm kind of back. 1 and 2... One more to Retribution. Knock him over. Charge a little bit. 1. It is Cat X Gaming? Oh, alright. Like I said, I mean, I've been streaming for 2 years, so I don't know what section of my streaming career you caught me at. But either way, welcome back. Good to have you. I'm doing major derusting right now. Haven't played in over 2 weeks. And even since the last time I played, you know, last month, I was sick for a while. I was dealing with a lot of in real life stuff. So I wasn't really streaming. Like February, I think I only streamed 2 times. 1. One and 2. 1 and 2. You think it'd be valid if the company used the Nouveau in the first week to guarantee the main sales of the product, but then removed it so that players could have a better experience? Yeah. you know, kind of like some kind of console exclusivity kind of timeline. That wouldn't really bother me, but you know, it's at the same time, it's kind of whack that now your early adopters are getting punished. So it's like you can't really win either way. But personally, I'd be happy with that compromise, just because, you know, DRM doesn't really affect me too much because I have, you know, a decent computer. One, two. Go for a chain reflection 1. And that should do it. Finished him off with the Indiana Jones. Yeah, you can't make everyone happy. This is true. Man, you know what I don't like about this? For some reason, my controller keeps disconnecting. And you guys can't see it, but there are PS5 prompts in the top right. It's really weird. I don't know. Only Stellar Blade does this, and I guess it's because the game's published by Sony or whatever. So, like, in the main menu, you have the option to connect to your PlayStation Plus or your PSN account, which I did the first day, and then I disconnected. I was like, "Oh, this is pointless," and I never have had it connected since. Literally since launch day that this came out on PC. But I still get controller prompts, like, you know, like the controller icon on PS5. There it is again. It says DualSense Edge wireless controller disconnected, but I have it plugged in via a cable. So with this new controller layout that I've been testing, like every time that it does that it flickers connectivity, it just like disappears for a moment. So that's kind of strange. Because normally what I would use is this one. If you've been around for any amount of time, you'd recognize this one because this is what I've used for the past 2 years. This exact layout. However, I wanted to give this one a try, so that's what I'm using. Let's jump into... Actually, I don't even feel like fighting Corruptor. Let's just go into Gigas. GG, thank you. The bad thing is that Stellar Blade 2 will probably have Denuvo too. Yeah, I mean, Stellar Blade, you know, this game has it, of course. There's Denuvo in this. Liza P has it, but, you know, they're optimized enough that it doesn't really make much of a difference. Again, that's for me, though. I'm sure if you're on, like, really weak hardware, it probably does make a sizable difference. And then I do empathize, you know, that sucks. So I guess I'm grateful that I'm not affected. Get back here. 1 and blink. I like how he did the sidestep. Stalker does that too. Even just 1 and 2. Even just aiming at some bosses, we'll get them to kind of, you know, shuffle around and dodge your shots, or at least get out of your line of sight. 1. Alright, CR1. Hit him with some of that. One, 2, 3, 4, jump, and 5. Okay, nice. 2 to Retribution. 1 and 2. There it is. Been a few months. Hopefully I'm doing great now, man. Thank you. Have a great stream. Catch you later. Okay, take care, dude. Peace. Peace. Hello, Sekensu. Thank you for tuning in. Am I joining the Pearl Abyss on March 19th? Man, I wish I knew the reference. I have no idea what you're talking about. Am I getting old? 1. Am I getting old? I really don't know what you're talking about. Pearl Abyss. Let me try to figure this out. 1, 2. Are you talking about Pokemon? If you're talking about Pokemon, I don't have a Switch 2. Because I know that something is happening with Pokemon recently. 1 and 2. Oh, Crimson Desert. I think that's a free-to-play game. So I'm like very loosely aware. I haven't played a free-to-play game besides like Apex Legends. If the game is free to play, I'm probably not really like interested in it. Just like as a blanket statement, it's probably not for me. Basically, anything that has free to play kind of sales built into it, you know what I mean? Like the free to play model. It's just not for me. 70? Oh, Perlibus is the Korean company. And then 70, there's new Pokemon coming out on the Switch too. Right, I know that there's some new Pokemon game. I forget what it's called. That's funny, I was thinking of Pokemon the other day. Dude, I played the Fatal Frame 2 demo last night. And for somebody who's never played, like if I were to explain the franchise to somebody who's never played it, I would tell them like, okay, you know Pokemon Snap? It's kind of like that. And you know, unironically, it sort of is. 1, 2. But yeah, Seekensu, you blindsided me. I don't know. But I guess no, I'm not a part of that. Whatever you're describing. If they're making a new game or something, I don't know about it. But I think isn't Crimson Desert like an FPS? I also don't really play FPS games. That's another one, another genre. Oh my goodness, it keeps disconnecting. All right, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna disconnect this. I'm gonna go back to my regular... Hold on a sec. Wait a minute. Don't capture third-party overlays. Okay. My friend started messaging me and I don't want him to start talking shit about like a real-life friend. And then I just have receipts here for no reason. So I'm going to use the classic controller layout that I normally use. And I'm going to plug this back in. I don't know if for some reason, maybe if my controller layout, my new one, was affecting it, but... Okay, I'm just tired of getting those disconnects. And that's weird too, because it doesn't disconnect like my controller. My controller keeps working, but then I get a pop-up on my screen that says like, oh, DualSense controller disconnected. It's like, okay, please. Post it into the action game start. All right, cool. I'll take a look at it. Black Desert is the MMO. Oh, MMO, okay. Another genre I don't mess with. Crimson... Oh, Black Desert is the MMO. Crimson Desert is a regular AAA game. $70 game. Third-person sandbox action-adventure game in a fantasy setting. Ah, okay, I gotcha. Okay, now I understand. Thank you for the synopsis, Akatoki. Well, really similar naming convention, huh? Wait a minute, did I just get hit by that? We gotta do that again. I'm being very selective with my bosses that I'm practicing right now. I wanted to do a bad in... I didn't feel like Crimson Desert. I didn't feel like Corruptor. So we're going straight to Stalker now. But hold on, we don't get hit by that. We dodge that every time. Okay, we're back. And 2. 1. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Are you gonna jump? Nope, no jump yet. One. And 2. He's not in a good spot. I don't like when Stalker's over here because sometimes his, like, the geometry around this corner of the map, he can get elevated and it's really weird. Makes for weird hitboxes. On either side, by the way. Whether he's here or on the exact opposite side. Oh, there it is. This is exactly what I was talking about. Okay, he got off of it though, so that's fine. And now we're away from all that. Perfect. One, 2. It was 3 rocks. Unfortunate. He threw 3 rocks that time. I gotta practice that again. I haven't been... What am I talking about? I haven't been consistent recently. Of course I haven't been consistent recently. I haven't been playing. But last time we were playing, I also was getting hit by those rocks, I think. I've definitely died to those since we started doing our... Our hard minimum stuff. 1... Might be a dumb question. Why do I skip some bosses? Well, not a dumb question. Today, I'm just derusting. And so I just feel like practicing the bosses I feel like practicing. And Corruptor is a boss I don't feel like fighting them. But it'll probably be the only boss I skip. 1, 2, 3, 4. Literally just Corruptor, maybe... As far as the main bosses go. Maybe I'll skip UN if I don't feel like doing such a long boss fight. And that's about it. Granted, I should practice UN. You guys, he rocked me? Yeah, he did rock me, this is true. That's funny, that's like a dad joke, I love that. You could make a montage of just Stalker's rock attack. With like, we will rock you. And oh, it's even perfect because it's 2 rocks usually. Sometimes he throws 3 rocks, but if you get the 2 rocks, rock you. Perfect. Hello? Oh my goodness, another name I don't recognize. Hold on, Al Rehab 19. Wait, hold on, what is this? Ah, man, I wish YouTube would go back to the other names. Oh, it's not Rehab. What am I talking about? Alarab X998. Glad to see you streaming again. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad to be back. To an extent. But, I probably would recognize your other username. Probably. I don't got this one. Oh, Dash. Okay, I got it. I remember automatically. I need to no damage this. You understand you'd like to see the fight against Brute? Oh, you're talking about optional bosses? Oh yeah, so the reason I don't fight optional bosses is because, for the longest, not the longest time, but for a while now, I've just been focused on main boss stuff. Like before, we're doing hard difficulty minimum right now, but before this I was doing normal difficulty minimum, and we were working on, hit lists, of course. And then we got that, so now we're working on hard, but the goal has always just been main bosses. So at some point I'll expand to do optional bosses. It's just like not really doesn't align with the goals. But I should just for fun as well. And 2 doesn't align with our goals right now. However, that being said, we're not really like 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm not really like playing super hard going towards these goals, right? Because currently my goal is just to finish a bunch of games that I have to finish. I gotta finish Clair Obscure. I want to start and play through Resident Evil 9. So some of these Stellar Blade goals are taking kind of a backseat. So especially right now, it doesn't really matter. I could absolutely spend some time fighting optional bosses just for fun. And not really feel like, oh, I'm not practicing towards the thing I wanted to practice for. Hey, Dev, thank you for tuning in. Also, hello, Titan TV, man. Good to see you. Been a minute. 1 and 2, 3, 4. That was rude. He interrupted me. By the way, Dev, actually, and Agatoki, if I start Resident Evil 9 on Wednesday, do you guys think you'd be available to mod and potentially ban anybody who just walks in? You know what I mean? Like, if there's any spoilers, automatic ban. Like, seriously, there's like no bullshit with RE9. With no chance of appeal either. One, 2, 3, and 4. Nice. Nice. You'll be here on Wednesday with the band hammer ready. Oh, beautiful. Okay, this is good. Okay, so things are lining up. I'll at least have one guard here. 1, 2. Oh my gosh, I died against the rocks. And it was 3 rocks again. You'll be there, but you're back in class until about 5 p.m. all this week. Okay. Oh, so you just got off. Oh, nice. Hell yeah, dude. Is the snow melting yet? Oh, and actually, I kind of like that. I normally just walk towards soccer, but how about I rush into him? Let me rush into him and then dodge the first rock. Oh, so I gotta wait the cinema a little bit. I gotta watch the cutscene because my rush has to come back, and it should be back by now. It does slowly replenish. Yeah, it just came back. And then I didn't even do the thing. Spoiling stuff is not kosher, you say. Fully agree. Okay, I'm gonna rush into him this time. I try to get an extra light attack in. Don't have time for that. You know, I remember during the demo, when the demo first came out for this game, if you skip the cutscene, it would still play the intro of this song, so like the slow build-up. But now, in the full game, they kind of like cut to the meat of the song, which is really nice. Oh, but then it doesn't do the charge. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I kind of like it my way then. I kind of prefer it the other way. For anybody just tuning in, thanks for being here. We're doing some derusting today. 1, 2. It's been a while. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And dude, I'll tell you, that cold that I had last month, it was unbelievable. I don't know what it was, but my cold symptoms were gone fairly quickly. You know, like, I was sick for like a week. Or about a week, but then in my throat I had this like scratchiness for a month. And it's still there a little bit. I mean, I don't feel any pain talking. But it was so weird, man. I was like, holy hell, I kind of want to see a doctor. If I had health insurance, I would go to a doctor, but like, we're not about that life. Wait. Dev, you're here in Florida? Oh, that's cool. Wait, are you in Tampa still? You should go to a spring training game. Oh wait, no, you're in northern Florida. Oh, never mind. Why did I think Tampa for a sec? 1 delay and 2, 3, 4. One, 2. Okay, I survived the rocks, but we did not parry anything. That doesn't feel great. Yeah, Jacksonville, yeah. The drive to Tampa is like significant. Probably 5-hour drive maybe. It's probably like 4 hours. Anyway, I really wanted to go to a spring 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. I really wanted to go to a spring training game this season, but didn't line up with my friends. Because, you know, the plan was to stay at my friend's house who lives in Tampa. 1 and 2, 3. And especially now that there's World Baseball Classic happening, dude, spring training just does not matter. Like, spring training already doesn't really matter in baseball. Like, you have to be, like, pretty hardcore to watch a lot of spring training. And, you know, I watched a few games, but then WBC started, now it's just like, I don't care. I forget that it's happening sometimes. It's crazy. Wow, that was pretty cool. I killed him mid-air. I killed him mid-air with Onslaught 3. That, like, never happens. insane. Oh, another thing. I have game recordings on. Let me turn that off. Hang on a sec. No wonder my performance is a little bit lesser than I remember, because I have game recording on Steam, so I'll turn that off. There we go. The reason I had game recording on is because I've been playing Yakuza 6 recently, and anytime I'm playing a Yakuza game, you gotta have game recording on. Like, there's just too many things that could happen that are just, you gotta clip and you just gotta show somebody. And the other thing I use it for, sometimes, you know, the subtitles will be going really quickly. And, you know, obviously I play the Yakuza games in Japanese, because how can you play them in English? And so, if I miss something, I gotta go back. And so I'll use the game recording feature to, like, just quickly scroll back and just read what I missed. So, but also for the hilarity. Wouldn't mind taking a drive potentially. Can't wait to see my RE9 reactions. Yeah, dude, something I might actually do, I probably will, is I'm gonna enable, there's like this feature in YouTube chat where you can have, like, chatters have to be, like, subscribed for at least, you can choose the time. It's like, they gotta be subscribed for a week or something, like at least 5 days, I don't know. But, I can enable some kind of protection like that to hopefully avoid spoilers. Because any kind of spoilers or any kind of, like, even foreshadowing, you're out of here. Can't be having that. So I'm probably gonna make it like subscribers only and, like, have some kind of restrictions set there. Just for RE9. But, like, that's it, and then I'll turn it off if we're doing anything else. 1 and repulse. Nice interrupt. 1 and 2 and dodge. Okay, we're in there. Interrupt that. Overdrive. Big jump. Big dodge. Chain reflection 1. One and waits for his foot. 2. Parry that, that's good. 1 and 2. Okay. Big overhead. I should have died there. I was saved because of reflex boost. My timing was not clean. 2 and 3, 4, 5. That's okay though. One and waits for his foot. Dodge. Okay, we have enough burst energy. CR1 again. Parry that. 1 and 2. This should kill. Flash kick into the retribution should be it. Nice. Are we perma-banning RE9 spoilers? Yeah, like, so what you would do is you would hide user from channel, because there's no ban feature. Like, there's no ban function in YouTube chat. So you just have to hide from channel. That's what we would do. Actually, that's a little excessive. You know what I'd probably do? I would probably just, hang on, let me just check. Let me just click on anybody here. So you can go timeout. So I would do timeout, I guess just 24 hours, the longest one. Yeah, I would just do it that way. That way they aren't there for the rest of the stream. just to give them, I guess, one chance. But then if they were to do it again in the next stream, then I would just ban them. I guess one chance is good. Can't stay too long. Saw my previous stream I did for the Eve mod in RE4. Oh yeah, hell yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was really fun. I played a little bit more with the Eve mod today on this stream. We did Mercenaries. One and 2, 3, 4. Those were clean parries. Best finishing move in the game. One of the best, for sure. I agree. One. Nice. Oh, wow. Nice. Surprised I didn't catch her. You know, that attack, Rush Chain 1, when you do a rush and then hold down triangle, it's so wide, and it has decent tracking. Just did not reach her at all. Speaking of tracking, Tekken 8, Season 3 is starting next week, I believe. I think it's on the 17th that it starts. I am really excited for that, man. 2, 3, 4, delay, end. I hope it's gonna be good, man. I really hope it's gonna be good. One and 2, 3. I recently picked up a new fight stick, and I would like a reason to, you know, use it a lot. So, and I even picked up, well, it hasn't arrived yet, but I ordered a new Korean lever from this guy on just a random forum. Not a random forum, it's like an arcade forum. And he just had this, what I bought was a knee lever. I bought a knee lever Neo. If you know anything about Tekken, you might have heard about it. It's a pretty common one that is used amongst, you know, pros. And it's red, because, you know, Knee loves red. So, actually, if you don't even know who Knee is like an all-time Tekken... I guess the kids would call him a GOAT, because he's been around since, like, Tekken... since forever, as long as I can remember. I know he was even playing, like, during Tag 1. I think he was there for Tekken 3. But he's been involved with, like, all tournament Tekken since forever. Bang, bang. And I didn't count that one. Anyway, but he came out with a lever through IST. I don't remember when. Sometime during Tekken 7. So he came out with his knee lever. The first one was basically just a Fujin 3. But then he came out with a knee lever Neo, which is, like, super nice, man. It is so sick. Like, just everything I've seen about it, it just seems perfect. So I'm excited to use it. It'll be arriving sometime this week, I guess. You know what else has arrived that I haven't done anything with? Is my LED light, man. I've had that for like 3 weeks, and then I just haven't gotten even a chance to open it. Just been sitting here in my room. And I don't want to open it on stream because I want to do an unboxing video, so... Didn't Tekken 7 come out not that long ago? Tekken 7 came out in 2017. So it came out a very long... At least the console version. Tekken 8 came out in 2024. January 2024. Have I considered learning leverless? That is so funny you mentioned that, because I also picked up... Hang on. I've also picked up this. This is an OAT42 T16 controller. You know it's pronounced oat? That actually pisses me off so much that it's pronounced oat. But oat, you see this? I thought it was hot for the longest time. Then I looked it up, but it's oat because it means like elegant. And, you know, it's a Chinese company. They probably just were like, oh, this is a cool word. We're gonna use this. We're gonna name our brand this. I picked this up, and it's, you know, it's really weird for Tekken because it makes movement so incredibly hard. And for me anyway, because I'm so used to playing on lever. But I could see it being really good for 2D games. The thing is, you know, I don't really like Street Fighter 6. And if I go back to play Street Fighter 4, my favorite Street Fighter ever, I would want to play it how I grew up playing it. So like if there were a new 2D game that I wanted to play, I could see this being really good. Because yeah, there's definitely like some things that are just so unbelievably easy to do on this. It's crazy. But for Tekken, I mean, I guess it depends on your character, right? Maybe depending on your character, it would feel good for you, or if you're already used to it. But personally, I can't. Oh, that's interesting. I can't see myself getting used to that. So I was kind of like looking around. I was like, man, I want to play a 2D game on this, just because it'd be fun to mess around. So I definitely want to, continue playing on it a little bit and learning what I can, but not for Tekken. That's just a no for me. Anyway, that thing was such a deal. The reason I picked it up, by the way, is because I found it from some guy on Reddit. And there's this subreddit called Fight Sticks for Sale, which, sometimes I'll check out. And this guy was selling this with the magic boots included. And if you don't know what a magic boots is, 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you don't know what a magic boots is, if you have a PS4 fight stick, or if you have like a leverless controller that has an extension port, or if you have like certain Mayflash PS4 fight sticks, you can make them compatible with PS5 using these like booters. And what it does is it tricks the console into thinking that you're using an actual PS5 controller. So, yeah. Or not necessarily. I think it makes it think it's using a licensed controller, because it does treat it as a PS4 controller. But most fighting games will support PS4 compatible like fight sticks through like some kind of legacy thing. I don't know. It's weird. But and then there are separate adapters that do make your controller into a PS5 controller if you wanted to play any old if you wanted to play Elden Ring, for example, with some kind of device that you have that is not a DualSense. But this is not that. Anyway, so these things though, they are like $30 because they went out of production a while ago. And the guy just included it with it, and it was $55. I was like, yeah, I'll buy that. Because then it's like, I feel like I got the controller for $25, which is ridiculous. I think normally it's around $80 on Amazon. So, that's why I bought it. It was just a deal, I couldn't say no. 1, 2. I'm not feeling this right now. I'm gonna get out of here for a sec. I'm gonna come back to Taki in a bit. Haute Couture. Wait, is that a real brand? Did you just make that up? That sounds like something like you could buy a suit from them. Makes sense. Never got into 3D fighters, so maybe pad or lever might be better. Yeah, I mean, Tekken specifically is like... I know a lot of folks that play on a DualSense. The DualSense D-pad is really good for fighters. At least the PS4 one, I know people loved that one. And I mean, I think this one's really good. I know a lot of pros that still play on it. Hey, Lunatic, thank you for tuning in. Missing everything? Oh, don't worry. We just started an hour ago. So you didn't miss much. Anyway, once I get my my knee lever installed, I'll probably do some show and tell and I'll talk about it. I'll talk about my thoughts on it. 1. Good evening to you. 1, 2. I'm gonna be streaming for another 2.5 hours, so that's the plan. And for anybody else just tuning in, we're doing some derusting. 1 and dodge, delay, dodge, nice. Interrupt that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Haute Couture is high fashion. Okay. Like the crazy looking fits. Oh, you mean like the people that wear like trash bags and stuff? Is that what you're talking about? Like, I've seen like there was some kind of fashion show where they were just wearing trash bags. Almost like, you know how like joggers? I don't know if everybody... I mean, I've seen, at least on some kind of movie or TV show, I've seen like people running. They go outside running and they wear a trash bag, I think, to make themselves sweat more. I want to say, or maybe as a windbreaker. I don't know what it is, but they wear trash bags over their outfit. And, pretty next level when it's become high fashion now. 1, 2. Oh, those are some interesting hitboxes. Belial was not even facing me. 2. 1, and I was early as hell there. You still have nightmares from your Belial hitless? You were stuck for like 6 hours just because of this stupid instant stab. Oh my gosh, that you know what? Let's practice it. Hang on, I have never practiced it. Let's learn it right now. I'm going to learn it right now. Let's just go to normal difficulty and last played save slot. No, I can't do that. I gotta boot up the game real quick because I think our last played save slot was this, yeah. So I'll just go to our whatever this is. This is like a proper full playthrough. So I had spent the time. Oh my goodness, shaders are compiling. Okay, yeah, I had a graphics card, like I had a graphics driver update since the last time we played. So, you know, Unreal Engine. Gotta compile those shaders. This game not too bad though, because it does give you a whole shader compilation step at the beginning when you first boot it up. But like if you play, oh my gosh, if you play like RE4, that's RE engine, so I guess it's not the same. But I booted up RE4 the other day after a graphics driver update, and oh my gosh, it was just so laggy for the first like 2 minutes, and then I was good. Okay, so I had spent some time learning the quick attack from Juggernaut. Juggernaut has a very similar invisible attack, you could call it. It's like, it's fast enough in Tekken. If there is an attack that comes out quicker than 20 frames, you would just call it, it's an invisible attack. It's like a hell sweep. It's unseeable. It's an unseeable low. And that's like the benchmark. If it's under 20 frames, it's unseeable. You shouldn't feel bad for getting hit by it. So these two bosses, Belial and Juggernaut, they have what I call unseeable because it comes out so fast. I've never done like actual like testing to see how fast it comes out, but it feels unseeable. And so the only way you can really consistently parry it is you gotta like hyper focus on tiny little movements that they do beforehand, so you can actually like see it coming ahead of time. Because if you react to the attack itself, it just comes out too fast. So I'm gonna do that now. We did this for Juggernaut a while ago, and I feel really good about parrying the Juggernaut one. But this one I've never sat down and learned it, so let's do that here. It should be fun. Belial also, he should have tendencies for like when he would do them, right? That was insane. He should have tendencies for when he does the invisible attack. So I'm gonna look out for that. Five string. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hey Juan, thank you for tuning in. How are you doing? Okay, I was thinking he'd maybe do it there. 1, 2. I gotta just sit and observe him a little bit. 1 and 2, 3. 2, 3. Invisible attack. There. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. So, I think, what did he do? He took a step forward with his right foot, right? 1, 2. He took a step forward on his right foot. 1, 2. Juan, what is the new Pokemon game? It's like not a regular game. I forget what it's called. Is it like Zootopia? No, that's a movie. 5 string. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2. That was a back step. 1 and 2, 3. There it was. Okay, I see the step forward now. I'm looking for the step forward, but the next thing you gotta figure out and study is, okay, when is Juggernaut or when is Belial most likely to do this? But I can see the step forward. 1, 2. 1 and 2, 3. The Juggernaut one is doable, but since it's predictable, It happens usually after some amount of time. However, on Belial, you had runs where he did that stab once in the 3rd phase. One. Interesting. Oh, it's an Animal Crossing-like game. Not really that interested in... Oh, okay, I see. 1. Dodge. Delay, delay. Dodge. Oh, I was not even close to dodging that. Well, I was going for attacks there, but I did see it coming. Let's see, there he did it after an unblockable. 1, 2. Let's see, with Juggernaut, I can kind of feel when he's going to do it, you know. And 5. 1, 2. 1 and 2, 3. Juggernaut usually does it after about 2 combos pretty reliably. Belial just does it whenever he wants. Mostly because it's $70 and a keycard game. Oh no. Not the dreaded keycards. Don't do that. 1, 2, back up. 1, 2. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to do that, I'm sorry. Juggernaut broke you as well because of his fire ticks. Except for those 2 in Raven, that you had any issues learning them after all. Fire ticks. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what that is. He hasn't done it in a while. Where's your invisible attack, buddy? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Man, this game is so pretty. I haven't played it in so long, so it's just really nice to, like, look at. Just like all the particle effects. 1, 2, 3, back up. 1, 2, and... Wait, what is this? This is all unblockable, right? What the heck? 1, 2... Man, that is an attack I never interact with. Right now I'm just studying his invisible attack, but he hasn't done it in a while. It's been a while. 1, 2... One. Okay, so one thing I have to like pay attention to, as I'm curious if he would ever just do it out of nowhere, or if he can, or if he only does it following up an attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So like if we were to reset and kind of create some distance between each other, and then I run back into him, could he just do the invisible attack? There he did a backdash. One and 2, 3, 4. Oh man, this is fun. I never dodged that. 1 and 2, 3. That long unblockable string that he just did, we always interrupt that because it's really slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, Bliss guessing I'm still enjoying the new RE game. I haven't even started it. 1, 2. I wish I could have been playing it, but yeah, it just didn't really line up. 2, 3. We gotta restart this. This whole thing is like... He's just like not doing it right now. I'm gonna go back to phase 1 where he was doing it more. That's the thing, he pretty rarely puts fire trails around. You have literally no idea when. From a few streams you've seen from me, didn't seem to count them as hits, just counted everything. Fire trails? Wow, I don't know what this attack is. Okay, I'm gonna look for it. One. One and 2, 3. One, two. One and dodge. I was early. Oh, you're talking about Juggernaut. Okay, right, sorry. I forgot. We were talking about both, I guess. 1, 2. Yeah, no, I don't count that damage as a hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there was after a 5 string, he did it. One, two. Oh, also, I would like to know if could Belial possibly do it right after I take my turn, basically. If I do either an attack like this, or a beta chain, or whatever, when I take my turn, and then it's his turn, can he respond with his invisible attack? Because if he does, that's good to know. One, two. I took my turn. No. 1, okay. You feel like that Pomeranian starter is going to be a fan favorite? Oh, yeah, that's what I saw. I saw the starters. You know, I haven't played very many Pokemon games, but like I pretty much always choose the fire starter. And having a Pomeranian is cool as hell, man, because like it made me think of Tokyo Jungle. One, two. I wish Tokyo Jungle was on PC. That'd be like the perfect Steam Deck game. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, good chance to do invisible here. No, he didn't do it. Wow. Oh, there it was. Okay. Yeah, I didn't expect it. I truly did not expect it. He can, that's the issue you had. Okay, I see. 1, 2, 3. So confirmed, he can do the invisible attack right after I take my turn. So right here, I just took my turn. 1, 2. Let's see, this is phase 3, I believe. One, 2. 5 string. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2. One, 2. And I feel like I should keep attacking him. Backstep, he keeps backstepping. 1, 2. 1 and 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I tried. 1 and 2, 3. Alright. It's pretty infrequent, I gotta say. Compared to Juggernaut, yeah, so you're definitely, I agree. The Juggernaut invisible attack is much more frequent and consistent, which, you know, leads to it feeling more predictable as a result. 1, 2. Here, this attack just like rarely happens. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I mean, damn. I don't want to kill him. I'm going to restart again in a sec. Hey, Magnamic, thank you for tuning in. Oh my gosh. Wait, it's fine. I can just not do the QTE. You got a loud pug from a yard sale? His name is Frank, and he ended up as a security dog in Mexico for a local restaurant. Did you just make that up? Are you serious? If that's true, that's incredible. His name is two first names? That it's funny because like to me that's the least believable part. Everything else I was on board with. But his name is Frank? Frank? Like double hot dog? That's crazy. Okay, let's try this again. It's funny. Everything you said from that message one, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. But then wait, Frank? I don't know. Is this really a legitimate story? Service dogs are awesome. Whether it's a security dog or like, you know, one of those like service dogs that, you know, people are out in public with to help them with stuff like, I don't know, carry their bags or whatever. Service dogs are so sick. Dodge, nice. Backstep. 1, 2. 5 string. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh man, that caught me. But I was just going for an onslaught 3, so it's kind of brutal. 1, 2. You got Frank for free at the yard sale infested with fleas and took him home, cleaned him up, and your aunt on your dad's side took him to Mexico. Love that little guy. That's awesome. Well, there I just sidestepped it. And of course, sidestepping isn't as cool as parrying, obviously. But if it seems like a really narrow attack, so that could be like a solution. One, two. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2. Oh my gosh, there it is again. Goodness gracious. 1 and 2. 3. Thank goodness I don't really care for hitless stuff. I mean we are doing hitless. Thank goodness I'm not counting it, rather. So like my rule set is, you know, an interesting blend because like it's basically like no damage, but because my rule set is essentially no damage, but I can walk through fire. That's literally it, and I can take fall damage. But of course, that is the beauty and fun of your own arbitrary challenges. You can do whatever you want. But yeah, if I were doing like full game playthroughs and like I had to worry about this, I would not be having fun. I would not even bother. Okay. But still, let's see if I can't make some more headway. I mean, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the attack, but I'm always caught up doing something else. Which is what I would normally be doing, right? If I'm fighting normally, I'm just gonna be throwing out attacks, you know? One and 2, 3. There I stopped attacking just to wait for it. 5 string. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There he backstepped. Oh my gosh, there it was. I was actually thinking, okay, he just did a backstep. There's no way he's about to do it. And he did it. Never know when to expect it. If you by chance know, is there some form of delay with the double dodge perk? You feel like some attacks are next to undodgeable. For example, one of the elder boss ones. Is there some form of delay with the double dodge? What do you mean? Like in between? I don't play with double dodge. I never research it on purpose because I don't like it. But from what I've played with it, just like in the past, a long time ago, or like if I'm ever doing something on maximum preset, for example, I think it comes out faster than just doing 2 dodges like this. I think it does come out faster, so I guess it'd be less delay compared to not having double dodge. As far as like if you mean like the animation of the second dodge, or she does like a backflip, I have no idea. Where the second dodge just gets no iframes for a specific delay. Hey Kiko, thank you for tuning in. How have I been? Been so long. We need story time. Well, thank you for being here. Yeah, unfortunately, not much like exciting story time. Basically, I was gone for the past while just because what happened essentially is, I mean, I don't like talking about negative stuff, and I feel like I'm always delivering bad news. But I guess since you ask, my mom had a stroke basically, and she's alive. She's recovering. She's fine. What's scary about that is that strokes in women are like much more fatal than they are in men. So it wasn't really like I couldn't really be streaming, you know. That's why I was gone for so long. And that's pretty much it. That's all it comes down to. As far as what else I've been up to, I mean, I'm still looking for jobs because my job where I've been working for a while is going out of business, so I'm still just job hunting. So that's pretty much all that my life has been for the past few weeks. That's pretty much it. So yeah, not much story time, unfortunately. So needless to say, it's been a pretty hard beginning of the year. While we're in this area, I mean, yeah, in January, you know, my fiance was in a motorcycle accident, and then of course my mom had a stroke, and so there's all these things that just keep happening to people around me. And you know, all I can think is like, damn, I wish something would happen to me instead, because like, you know, if something happens to me, like I'll get over it, like I'll be fine. But yeah, it's pretty tragic. On the bright side, it can only really go up from here. Like it literally cannot get worse. So there's that. So I have high hopes for the rest of this year because I mean, like, with a start like this, it's got to be pretty good towards the end, right? I think the back half is going to be sick. Hope she gets better again. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Dev. Glad your mom is doing better, but take the time that you need. Always here for your support. I appreciate that, Juan. Thank you so much. And the other thing too is like, so I'm like job hunting, right? And whenever I start this next job, like I'm probably going to be forced to work full time, which means I'm going to be able to stream a lot less compared to, you know, since I've been working part time. So I'm hoping that during this time, while I still have my current job, while we're still barely in business, hoping I can at least finish some games. Because, yeah. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Hope that the rest of the year is best it can be for you and your family. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Nicholas Barreto. Thank you, guys. Your job just closed as well? Damn. Yeah, it's rough out here, dude. This has been really difficult so far. Trying to learn this invisible tag, man, it is not easy. I've only parried it once. I parried it one time and I sidestepped it one time. You've been working there for years? Yeah, no, me too. My job now, I've been there since like 2018. On and off. I left for a different job for 2 years, but I mean, I started there originally in 2018. And what's crazy is that my boss has been in business since 2006 or 2005, you know, like mid 2000s. So, you know, he had a 20-year run, but yeah, he's like actually just bankrupt. It's crazy. 1, 2. And now gas is expensive again? Oh, come on, dude. This is the wrong timeline. You know, I just noticed something. There's like a little effect I can look at instead of counting that. 1, 2. There's like a little effect on his sword that I can look at. Oh my gosh, I forgot I was practicing this. Caught me off guard again completely. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2. But yeah, I will just also say my mom's recovery's been really good. Like, you know, she's like talking normally now. So that's nice. But the thing is, like, stroke recovery can take months. I mean, so like the beginning part of her recovery's been good. You know, she talks normally, like she doesn't have slurred speech anymore. Yeah, it's good, but you know, basically I had to be available just in case. So like I couldn't stream because even though I was just here at home, I didn't want to have like a situation happen where I'm mid-stream and then like I have to end the stream to like go to the hospital for some reason. That's just like I don't want to be streaming at all in that situation. One and dodge. Okay, I'm gonna watch the sword. No, I think it's still easier to count it, actually, since I'm kind of used to counting it. 1, 2. Hey, Fanco, thank you for tuning in. They're just... Oh my gosh, there it is again. There it was again, damn. Yeah, I'm doing some derusting, and... right now what I'm doing is I'm practicing Belial's invisible attack. That's all I'm doing right now. Born too late to be a knight, born too early to explore the universe, but born just in time to pay inflated prices for standard living. Family always comes first. Take your time if you need, we can wait a while. Hitless? No, I'm not practicing for hitless. I am. So, yes, I'm practicing for fun, this aspect, because when I do my hitless runs, I don't count this as a hit. So that's like my own rule set, because it doesn't deal damage. So, what are invisible attacks? Okay, so, great question, Seasmore. Also, thank you for tuning in. Good to see you. I recognize your username. Another familiar face, but basically there's 2 invisible attacks in the game. And 2, 3. Juggernaut has one, and Belial has the other one. Nobody else has an attack this fast, but basically, 1 and dodge. Delay, and dodge. Basically, they'll do an attack that doesn't deal any damage, and it just kind of interrupts you a little bit, but yeah, it doesn't deal any damage, but it comes out super fast. 1, 2, and I call it invisible because it's like you can't react to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's unreactable. Oh my goodness, there, and I was looking for it, there it was. As you can see, it deals no damage. Damn, that is so hard. That is so hard to parry. So, the Juggernaut one is a lot easier to learn because Juggernaut's just a slower boss fight. This Belial one has not been easy. We've parried it 1 time so far. But what I'm looking for, since you can't react to it, 1, 2, you gotta like kind of anticipate a little bit. So what I'm doing is I'm practicing... or I'm just kind of observing and studying his behavior, but it hasn't really been helpful because it seems like he just does it whenever. And 5. Juggernaut has kind of some patterns. Oh my gosh, there it was again. I didn't expect that. Juggernaut has some patterns where you can expect it, and then you know, you can kind of look out for it and anticipate it, which makes it easier to parry. Here, all I can really look at, 1 and 2, 3. All I can really look at here for Belial is I gotta look for when he takes a step forward. 1 and delay, dodge. With his right foot, he takes a very small step forward. 1, and that's like my only cue. Hey, Aobi, thank you for tuning in. Want to say hi before going to bed? Hi, everybody. Well, thank you for dropping by. Hope you get some good rest. 1, 2. If you're gonna leave the stream, damn it, there it was again. If you're gonna leave the stream on to fall asleep, I hope I'm able to put you to sleep. Hello, Max Cannon Slider. Thank you for tuning in as well. Oh, you know about the Juggernaut one? You think you rarely get this attack from Belial because he's easily overpowered. Five string. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2. Ooh, I'm getting like fidgety. 1 and 2, 3. I'm like so on edge. Backstep. 1, 2. I've even had him backstep and then do it. Backstep. Damn it. And I called it. I called it and I didn't get it. Wow. 1, 2. Alright, well, we're here. If we ain't counting those, you think you did all bosses on minimum preset except for Scarlet, which you're not even going to attempt, otherwise you're the one in the hospital. Dodge. Hey Dreadstep, thank you for tuning in. Cool username. Dodge. First time here, you may have answered this before, but I was curious, what are my thoughts on mouse and keyboard for Stellar Blade? Ah, good question. Yeah, I played the demo a little bit on... Oh, I just interrupted it. I played the demo a little bit on mouse and keyboard. 1 and 2, 3. And, you know, I thought it was like... I thought it was fine. I actually want to do I actually want to do a full playthrough on mouse and keyboard just to have that experience. But, for me, personally, in general, I don't really like playing anything that's third person. I don't want to play it on mouse and keyboard. It feels weird for me, you know? 1, 2. I mean, for me, a keyboard is essentially a StarCraft controller. And, you know, I'll play like first-person games, obviously, on mouse and keyboard. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But anything else, I have to, like, really, I guess, like, deliberately want to play it like that for some reason. Oh my goodness, there it was again. Dodge. Alright. And I think what it comes down to is really just camera control. Like, just camera control on pad, it just feels right. So yeah. Like, for example, I would never play Devil May Cry mouse and keyboard. 1, 2. 1 and dodge. Delay, delay. Dodge. And actually, when I did play the demo on mouse and keyboard, I couldn't even figure out how to aim and shoot. So there's that. 1, 2, 3. But yeah, at some point I will do a full playthrough and then I'll have a better opinion. But yeah, actually, I made a video on it, just like to kind of, like my first time trying it out. That is a video on my channel. But yeah, I think it was fine. I think if you're used to playing any kind of third-person game where you swing a sword around on mouse and keyboard, you're probably going to be fine. Like if you played Sekiro on mouse and keyboard, or like Liza P on mouse and keyboard, you know, you'll have a good time. One, two. Oh yeah, thank you for tuning in regardless. And 1, 2. Check out our Discord if you wanted a safe for work Discord to join. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Nice. 1, 2. Yeah, the third dodge there is just kind of like built into your second dodge. One. You're so used to playing with a mouse and keyboard that you'd even find it strange to play with a controller. Oh, that's so amazing. Like, you know, just like my experience versus your experience. Like, that's so cool to me that you feel how I feel about controller, about mouse and keyboard. That's amazing. But I mean, of course, any first-person shooter, I will play on mouse and keyboard. By the way, I love keyboards. I own like 6 keyboards, but I just, not for games like this, you know what I mean? Like, you know, first-person games, and, you know, when I was huge on StarCraft 2, of course. I was more into it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Nice. 1 and 2, 3. Back up. Backstep. He kind of hesitated. 1, 2. Come on, give me the invisible attack, please. Backstep. Do it. Do it. Do it here. 5 string. Unbelievable. I felt like there was a good chance he would do it there. Okay. Invisible attack. 1, 2. 1 and 2, 3. That's not the invisible attack. 1, 2. That is not it either. Come on, bro. You always play games like this, Elden Ring, for example, on mouse and keyboard, so you just started Stellar Blade on it, even though you do have a controller. What kind of controller do you have? Do you have a DualSense? If you have a DualSense, highly recommend play it on that instead. Or DualShock 4. The reason being, with either of those controllers, you get closer to the full experience, because when Stellar Blade came out, initially on PS5, 1, 2, one of the coolest things, like just playing the game through for the first, my first 1,000 hours on console or whatever, is that the parry sounds come out through the controller speaker, and this also works on the DualShock 4. I tested it. We tested it on stream when the demo came out initially for Stellar Blade. So having that is like so sick, and also there are some characters who will talk to you through the controller speaker, so you hear the parry sounds and you get some audio through the controller speaker, so that's why I'd still recommend it if you have a DualSense or DualShock 4. It might sound strange, but you love dodging with the F key and parrying with the side mouse button. You parry with the side mouse? Huh, interesting. Parrying on a keyboard definitely feels really good because it's just like instant, It's just so instant compared to, because it's a keyboard switch, compared to like a controller. That instantaneousness does feel really good. 1 and 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh, you also do this dread step? Okay, there you go. You guys are automatically friends. Because when I played the demo, I was like, oh yeah, this feels good. On the, I think it was the E key. I believe it was E. 1, 2. Backstep. 5 string. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2. Still not doing it. Come on, do it here. Still nothing. 2, 3. Oh my goodness, Wow, this is not easy, man. I tried to react there, like I was looking for it. I did try to react, but I didn't see the step forward, so I reacted late. And I like Twitch parried. Holy hell. To be fair, side mouse button is the secondary default binding. It's E and mouse 5. Oh, I didn't know that. You can bind parry / dodge to mouse buttons, and once you get used to it, it's as good as having it as E / L shift. I mean, I guess it depends on your mouse, right? If your side buttons feel good. If they're not, I don't know what the word is, not squishy. I mean, probably any mouse button isn't going to be squishy, but if it's like responsive enough and doesn't feel like it would ever get stuck, I don't even know if I would be comfortable doing that. Let me just see. Oh, wow, it is. By default, you're right, because I have never binded anything, and it's literally parrying like that. Huh, okay. And 2, 3. I mean, some strings I probably wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. Dodge, nice. 1, 2. 1 and 2. 3, back up. He was about to do the invisible attack there. I saw it coming, but I broke his shield. Kind of a shame. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Kind of a shame because since he just did it, he's probably not going to do it for a while. So now I gotta wait. 1. Hey Mark, thank you for tuning in. After playing Ninja Gaiden 4 DLC, you want 1, 2. You want fist weapons even more in the next Stellar Blade? If there were a fist weapon, I mean, maybe not a fist weapon, but a fist character. If there were, you know, I'm hoping there's 2 characters in the next game, right? I'm hoping there are 2 characters. That's kind of my prediction. And if the other character uses fists, that'd be perfect, because then we could have Tifa mods that would work perfectly with that character. You know? That'd be sick. 1 and 2, 3. However, I can't really imagine that because all the characters that I imagine playing as a secondary character, they all have swords. 1 and dodge. Dodge. Alright, now we wait. Oh, you do have a DualSense, but it just feels so weird to you. You also have 80 hours on the game. Switching now would be hard, you'd imagine. Damn it. Nah, you could get used to it. 80 hours is nothing. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I need more water. Okay, invisible attack, please. 1 and 2. 3, back up. Oh, I feel like he was about to do it there. 1, 2. That was weird. He like kind of hesitated a little bit. Ah. That's crazy. You gotta be staring at his feet on like some Quentin Tarantino energy or something. I don't know, but this is not easy, dude. The only tell I have is just Belial's right foot coming forward. I have no other way to even gauge when he's gonna do this. You don't think we'll be alive for Stellar Blade 15? Wait, what? 1, 2. Let's see, if each game takes 4 years, call it. That is, you know, 60 years, right? So, probably be alive, most of us. Maybe not in good shape, but like, you know, we'll probably be ticking still. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I mean, Mark would be in great shape. That's just by default. Oh, I thought that was gonna be it. 1, 2. Okay, he backed up. I'm expecting it now. 1 and 2, 3. It's like he does a back step, so now it's close. There it is. Okay, is that the first step of learning this? When he does a back step, does that mean he's kind of like hesitating? It's almost like, does Belial have an order of defensive options where one of those defensive options is backstep, or full backflip, or the get off me attack, like the get off me poke? Let's observe. Let's restart the fight and see. I'm gonna attack him normally until he does a backstep. And then after he does a backstep, I'll think like, okay, maybe he's close. One, 2. Damn it. Backstep. Well, that's the back flip. But let's see. Okay, there's the backstep. 1, 2 after this combo. No. 1 and dodge. Delay, delay. Dodge. Okay, I was a little bit late there. 1, 2. 1 and 2. 3. Maybe not. Maybe my theory's incorrect. I reacted late. I saw it coming though. I did see it. Just reacted a little bit late. Let's try this again. Maybe I'm onto something. So, again, let's do the fight normally. Dodge. Blink. One, two. Time to nerd through the game files, you guess? You went as far as looking at his eye color when looking at how to see the stab coming? One and two. Delay, delay. Dodge. It's just early. Just didn't count that correctly. Backstep. Backstep. There's the backstep. One, two, and now he could do it here. 5 string. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. He might do it right here. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Try this again. Well, this is nice. So if I can attack him kind of with impunity for the first bit of phase 1, and I just gotta look out for the back steps and then have it in the back of my mind, then it's not as scary. The next thing to test would be, okay, is that how phase 2 works also? 1. You bought a Switch 2, Mark? No way. What are you playing on it? What did you get it for? Because the Bloodborne game isn't going to be for a while, right? 1, 2. He did the back step. Now I'm looking out for it. He's doing this. 1 and dodge. Delay, delay, and dodge. That was very slow there. Another back step. Definitely going to do it here. 1, 2. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's gotta be close. It's gotta be on this attack. Yeah, there it was. Seems to be like backstep and then 1 or 2 combos and then he just does it. However, I'm messing up on that that 1 and then dodge that attack where he makes the ground explode. Let me stop messing that up because maybe that affects his tendencies. But yeah, what did you get your Switch 2 for, Mark? What motivated you to buy one? Let me know. 1, 2. He did a back step and the back flip. 1. Dodge. Let me just interrupt this. 5 string. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm expecting it here. He didn't do it. I'm expecting it here now. He didn't do it. I'm expecting it here now. 2, 3. No way. Alright, so now I don't know. I have no idea what's going on now. Oh my goodness, then he does it. As soon as I decide, nah, he's not going to do it. One thing has been constant since we figured it out a little bit. He always does a back step first. Every single time. It has not happened once yet where Belial does the invisible poke without doing a back step first at some point in the phase. One, 2. Your coworker wanted a Switch and got a decent price on it. Sold it to her and bought the Switch 2. Ah. 1 and 2, 3. She probably just bought it from you because she likes you. If I were to guess, she probably didn't even want to switch one. That's crazy, man. Buying a console is an excuse to talk to somebody? Insane. But can't really blame him. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right here? Nope. 1 and 2, 3. Poke? Oh my gosh. Every time it happens, it's like a jump scare. Okay. But, consistent behavior. You could imagine he has some form of invisible meter for the attack, which fills depending on which attacks he does. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's like that. I think, actually, if you go to our Discord, if you go to the PC mods section, there was a user who was sharing a mod they created to increase boss difficulty by lessening the cooldown between attacks, and somewhere in their talk about that. They explain like the tree. There's like there's like an AI tree, I guess, a decision-making tree, and I think it's just, I don't know exactly how it works, but there's definitely like decisions that it's weighing. Like, okay, I just did this, so now I'm more likely to do this or this, for example. 1, 2. I don't believe there's any kind of meter or anything that charges like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can attack in between those. I've never tried to. 1, 2 until now. That's kind of cool. Backstep. Okay, do it. 1 and dodge. Delay, and shield break. 1, 2. Okay. Another backstep. 1, 2, and 3. There it is. Man, that's still not easy though. 1, 2. Okay, let's try this in phase 2. Let's see. If we go to phase 2, does it kind of reset? Does everything start over? Can I look for the same patterns where Belial will do a backstep and then like 1 or 2 combos and then do it? One, 2. So I'm just gonna wail on him. I'm gonna treat this like a normal fight. And I'm just waiting for him to backstep. However, he's in the corner, so I don't know if he'll be able to. So, that's interesting. Phase 2, he didn't do a backstep. 1, 2, and 3. However, I was wailing on him. I wonder if it's because he was against the wall, so like he had no space to back up. But, you know, he could still... Belial can do a sidestep as well. I've seen him do that before. Like, I think he could get out of the corner if he wanted to. I'm gonna test this again. This time I will not, you know, corner them like I did. One, 2. He did a backstep. 1 and 2, 3. Or he did the whole backflip. 1, 2. 1 and dodge. Delay, and dodge. Oh, I killed him way too fast. Alright, whatever. Here's phase 2. And there just did it straight up. Unprompted, out of nowhere. Why? To be frank, after learning most bosses, they all have some form of attack pattern they do. For instance, the next boss will always do one of the same 2 attacks like 35 times in a row. From what it seems. Oh, you mean, yeah, like their 2-string or their 1-string? Like their default attacks? That's pretty standard. So, in this game, yeah, the boss behavior depends also on your distance. So there are attacks that they're more likely to use if you're a certain distance from them, compared to if you're in their face. And, similarly, there are some attacks that they only do if you're really close to them. So like a lot of the beginning of boss fights they pretty much always play out exactly the same. Rather, like, especially like when a new phase starts, they pretty much always start the same way if you play the same way. So if you treat the beginning of phase 2 for whatever boss the same way each time. I'm thinking of Raven. I'm thinking of UN specifically. UN phase 2, right? As long as you're close, they will go into a blink attack, but if you're not close, they do other attacks, and they're, you know, that's consistent. So, and then sometimes it can go out of whack and like not follow the script, but it's uncommon. 1, 2, but yeah, distance, and then your... Oh my gosh, I didn't expect that at all there. How long ago did they backstep? Oh man, I think my brain is done with this. This is not like the Juggernaut one, man. This is harder for sure. This one's harder to learn. Let's move on. I'm gonna just do something else because, you know, if I keep staring at this boss, I'm not gonna be productive anymore. Let's do, I guess while we're here, let's talk about it. UN. I can go hard minimum. I'm gonna start off phase 2 and get up close, and they'll always do their blink. But I used to not do that. I used to just like kind of keep my distance, and they would do, what was it? They would do tar pits, I believe. I believe it was tar pits. Why am I wearing this hat? Eh, well, I don't mind. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back up. Nice. Damn, those tar pits are so hard to dodge, man. 1, back up. And 2, 3. One, 2, 3, double jump. 3 attacks, land and blink. One, 2, 3, and 4, delay and overhead. I'll do a CR1. Actually, that was superfluous. They're already in phase 2. Whoops, my bad. But whatever. Stay close. Look for the circle. 1 and 2. Dodge. Oh, I was way early. And there's the blink. Just go straight in immediately. She'll always do that. I feel like she's gonna go for her 7 string here. No, it's just the 5 string. 1 and 2 and 3. Delay and 4, 5. I'll do counter chain 1 or counter chain 2. Love counter chain 2. 7 string. No. Seven string. Okay, let's go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Land, dodge. Into CR1. I'll do a rush chain. 1 beta chain. Okay. Probably close to doing an insta kill. 1 and 2 and 3. Get some burst back. Oh no, I messed it up. Get 1 beta chain in there. You have time at least for 12 attacks if you're doing aim cancels. Why is she doing this? That's so weird. But I'll take it. Phase 3. One, 2. Charge up a little bit. Five string again. 1 and 2 and 3. Delay and 4, 5. One, 2. Probably an insta-kill right here. I'm guessing she's gonna wake up and do an insta-kill. And I've got overdrive. Oh, not insta-kill. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Back up. 1, 2. Oh my gosh, that's right, she does that. I forgot about that. Glad I reacted. That would have killed me. That attack, by the way, you don't got a perfect dodge. When she does the fly away, come back into the 2-string, into the unblockable, you can just backstep. Immediately. So like you can do the 2 parries and then do a backstep and it'll dodge. I mean, it won't perfect dodge, but you won't get hit, so. I'm gonna get some more water. I'll be right back after this. Alright, we're back. Thank you for waiting. What are you guys talking about? You might do all the content, but you're also getting ready to do Steel Hearts, Permadeath, a run of Hollow Knight Silksong? Oh my gosh. Sounds masochistic. Oh man, speaking of games like that, man, I haven't played Nine Souls in so long. That game is so good, and I haven't played it since last time we streamed it. We can do a Raven fight. Have you guys played Legend of Zelda? Some people didn't love Tears of the Kingdom, but that's a top 50 game of all time in your opinion? You're asking the chat generally if we have played Zelda? I mean, yeah, we got a lot of Nintendo folks here. I played Breath of the Wild. That game's incredible. I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom yet, although I picked it up. I bought it when it was like $30 at Costco or something. And I've had it for years. I just haven't started it. So, yeah. But at this point, I may as well just wait until, you know, my fiance loves her Animal Crossing. So at some point, someday, we'll get a Switch 2 just so she can play like with a new one whenever it comes out. I'm assuming they'll make an Animal Crossing for Switch 2. And then I guess Tears of the Kingdom would run better on it. So I'll just do that, I guess. Or I don't know. I'm not really in a rush to play another Zelda right now. 1 and 2. But yeah, Breath of the Wild, though, was amazing. I love that game. 1, 2. And I'm also not even like a Zelda guy. The only other Zelda that I played was Ocarina of Time, which I could not get into. 1 and 2. So that was my only Zelda experience. But I went to Breath of the Wild very open-minded, and I was like, damn, this game is sick. And then it just kept getting better. Really fond memories of playing that game. One, two. I played that game in 2018. One, two, three, four. Oh my gosh, did I not press triangle quickly enough? My bad. 1, 2, and 3. Mistake. Even today, sometimes you still play Breath of the Wild, especially at 60 FPS and 1440p. It's just such an awesome experience. Oh, it's also better on Switch 2? That's cool. Or do you mean like emulation? 1 and 2. Bang, bang. You and your sister always had a hard time beating Ocarina of Time as kids, especially the Water Temple. I think I did the Water Temple. I got as far as to the part where you're adult Link, like for the first time. And you step out into, and I know this because I booted up my old save somewhat recently. When I got this TV recently, I booted up my GameCube and just like checked out my Ocarina of Time save. And yeah, I'm pretty much like when you're adult Link, I guess for the first time, and you like step out and it's just like dark outside. That's like where I stopped playing the game. And maybe that's where like where the game gets amazing or something. I don't know, but yeah. Never really got into it. And you know what's crazy too? I don't know, maybe it's just something in the water here, but like my friend that I got it from, he didn't like it either. He gave the game to me for free because he's like, you can just have that. I don't want that. The GameCube version, it's the one with Master Quest on it, I guess. Like it says Master Quest on the front. That's the version I have. Because, you know, I didn't have an N64. Growing up, I had a PlayStation 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey Sage Butter, thank you for tuning in. That's an awesome username. One and 2, 3, 4, delay and 5. Because I think of sage like the cooking, not spice, it's like an herb. And then I think of butter, so those are like just two nice things. 1 and 2. Tempest. 1, 2, and 3. Woman, where is your Tempest? She's gonna do it now. She's gonna get up Tempest right here. She's got to. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Delay and unblockable. Tempest here. 1. Okay, Tempest here. Surely. Temple. She's gonna do a Tempest here, right? 1, 2, and 3. That is so here. 1 and 2. Why isn't she doing it? She must be in a bad mood. I don't know why Raven is not doing Tempest. There it is. Alright, we're back. I was getting worried. It's so unusual, you know? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and... Alright, well, we took damage, so it wasn't perfect, but... Hey Heat, hey Samurai, thank you for tuning in. That's, wait, I think the first game system you had was a DS? Oh, okay. That's a great one. I didn't have a DS growing up, but I know a lot of folks who love their DS. I always thought it was so crazy how, like, they kept reiterating on it. Like, I remember being in high school. And the DSi just came out. And I had a classmate who was like, yeah, it's time to upgrade. Okay, I remember he had it, you know, he was, whatever. We just had, like, free time, so he was using it in class. I was like, nice, dude, DSi, sick. Because it had a camera. which I guess was sick at the time. Although the DSi, I think, in retrospect, is probably one of the like less desired DS models. I think like DS Lite and obviously any of like the XL models are kind of what you want if you were getting a DS now. I have a 2DS XL, which I got in 2018 when I started getting into Pokemon. So the story was, I saw the trailer for Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta play these games. And that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna get into Pokemon right now. And so then I started by playing Pokemon Crystal. I emulated it, I played it, it was great. And then I started picking up Pokemon games. I went on to Facebook Marketplace. I went on to OfferUp, like classifieds and stuff. I just started picking up games. I got a bunch of them. I played Soul Silver. I got Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but I didn't even like start them. I booted them up and watched the first cutscene. Didn't make any progress. I got Pokemon Platinum, which I made decent progress in, but I never finished that game. And yeah, the reason I bought my DS was initially to play Pokemon games. 1, 2, just kind of like because I was really excited to play Let's Go Pikachu, which met all my expectations. I love that game. And yeah, it was fantastic. 1, 2, delay and unblock. Oh shit. I did not dodge the unblockable. Anyway, but yeah, I got a 2DS XL. It's the Pikachu one. So like Pikachu's face is the top cover. It's so cool. But I've also seen a 2DS XL that's like a Pokeball one. Maybe it's a 3DS XL. But it's just a Pokeball on the front cover. It looks amazing. That one would also be cool to own. 1, 2, delay, and 3, and 4. One, 2, delay, and 3. Cooking sage into butter goes pretty hard. I mean, sage is probably a more underrated herb to use in cooking. It's got to be one of the more underrated ones, right? I feel like less people use sage than, for example, like thyme. 1, 2, and overhead, back up. Overhead, delay, and or it could have been the 3-string. Man, Providence and UN both have such great branching combos where they could do one thing or the other. I love branching combos. They're so exciting. They really like keep you on edge. You know, after you've played a game for 1,000 hours. Those are the ones that are always exciting. 1, 2, delay, and 3, and 4. Repulse. Dodge, nice. It's 6:42. I got an hour left, dude. In case you missed it, if you don't watch baseball, just trust me. Try watching the World Baseball Classic. It's so hype. You gotta watch USA versus Mexico, dude. The Mexico team is really good. Like the Mexican players, their lineup is nice. Not quite as stacked as like the DR. In my opinion, if the US... First of all, I have the US advancing and I have DR advancing, obviously. That's just gonna happen. But like, 1, 2, delay, and 3, and 4. I feel like if the DR, the Dominican Republic, if the Dominican Republic beats the US in the semis, I think they're gonna win the whole thing. The Dominican lineup is so insanely stacked, it's crazy. Their pitching is not as deep though. I think we have just better pitching staff on the US, which is why I like us better overall. But I don't think Japan's gonna repeat. I feel like they can't have it all. They can't have it all. They're not gonna repeat because they won in 2023. So yeah, but I'm telling you, check it out. USA versus Mexico is gonna be a freaking awesome game tonight. I'm so excited. Damn. You've been to a baseball game, it's so boring. But do you watch baseball? Because if you don't know what's going on, I guess anything you go to, like, I've been to NBA games and I was like, this is boring, but that's because I don't follow the NBA. But you know, I went with my friends just like to go with my friends. But if I go to something like that I'm not normally interested in, I'm gonna be interested in it during that time, right? Like if I'm at a basketball game, I'm gonna try to learn about basketball and like follow everything as much as I can while I'm there. Because of course I'm going to, because my friends are there because they like basketball. So kind of just like to mirror their energy. If I'm at a live NBA game, that's like when I'm most receptive to learning stuff about basketball. But yeah, I guess like probably similar experience, you know. If you don't follow it, I guess regardless of what kind of sporting event you go to, if you don't follow it, you might not be that excited about it, you know. Or you could have just gone to a boring game. That can happen. If it's like two bad teams, that can happen. For me, the most exciting part about baseball is just watching pitchers' decision making. I love watching pitchers. I'll watch every single pitch if I love the pitcher. Some games, depending on the starting pitcher, I'll just be like, you know, I might just pay more attention when our team is on offense. Like, I'll do that. There's definitely some games like that, but yeah. Never been to a sporting event besides horse racing that you didn't like? You don't like to watch sports in general? Yeah, I found that there's not much overlap between sports folks and gamers in general. In fact, when I went to AGDQ in January, I tried talking to anybody I could about sports, and literally nobody was into sports. And I talk about this during my recap of the event. But it's not really much overlap in general because I guess it makes sense in some way. Maybe because sports games are kind of underwhelming, and so if you're just a gamer, you wouldn't really care much about nowadays. Sports games used to be more exciting when there were more sports games being made, but nowadays, you know, it's just like one company making sports games. So since they have like a monopoly on sports, it's kind of like third parties can't really compete. Like you can't make a sports game that doesn't have licensed players and stuff. So this is why like sports games today, especially like NBA 2K, is just like so bad. Like these games just like progressively each year they just get worse. But you know, people buy them anyway because the people who are buying them buy them every year regardless. They don't really care much if the quality isn't really getting better. I mean, I'm sure they do care, but it's like a monopoly, so they don't gotta compete with anybody, which is a damn shame. Back during like the mid 2000s when there were a bunch of people making like baseball games, for example, there was a lot of variety and there was more room for creativity. But now it's just like, it's crazy too, because if you look at like sports games from 10 years ago and like baseball games 10 years ago, baseball games today, they look like the same. Like graphically, they have not gotten any better. It's so tragic. There's no competition. It's so brutal, man. Anyway. 1, 2, delay, and 3, and 4. Like on SNES 2 and like older consoles, there were a lot more like fun, just like kind of more zany sports games, which is not really a thing anymore. 1, delay, and dodge, delay, and blink, delay, and overhead. Nice. Your cousin is obsessed with the show, only game they play. You know, I remember MLB The Show being like so sick too on like PS3 when it was more, you know, they were just more innovative. It's just sports games now, they're just so, it's like I don't know what it is, but they're probably on like some crazy schedule where like they just gotta get a game out and they have no budget, and it's probably not even the developer's fault, you know. I'm sure they'd want to make a better game, but all that really matters to them is just the microtransactions and just making money, I guess. 1, 2, and 3, sidestep. 4, jump. 5, rather, that's what matters to the higher-ups. Because, like, if you play, like, MLB The Show now, it's just littered with, like, packs. You buy, like, packs and stuff. It's just, it's nonsensical. So, yeah, that's a damn shame. I think NBA 2K is the same way. And Madden probably as well. That was sick. I did that kind of by accident, but it was sick. Damn, that was really cool. It's like mass production at this point. Yeah, it's like that episode of SpongeBob where they're just pumping out jelly. Like, it's just like the jellyfish factory, and it's just, that's what it's like. That's sports games now. Okay, I got a timestamp that. That was crazy. We had some cool stuff that happened earlier too. what was it? It was during the Belial practice. I did something else cool there. All right. By the way, this is really random. Does anybody in chat care for a copy of Grim Fandango for PC? An Indonesian horror game. It's an indie horror game called Dreadout. I have an indie game called Gone Home, which is like a short narrative kind of game. And then I have Euro Truck Simulator 2. I have copies of these games that I just have spare keys for. If anybody wants them, just message me. I literally just have keys for them that are sitting around and I will never use them because I already own them. So if any of those games interest you, just DM me on Discord. You can have it. Happily. Where are those attacks coming from? You have not seen those in almost 500 hours, Stellar Blade Gnome. These Providence attacks, I'm going to take a guess here. I'm going to assume you're talking about the 5-string that he did. He doesn't do it very often, this is true. The thing is, Lunatic, that some of these attacks, like, if you're very proactive, you'll never see them. You know? Because you're not going to give them the chance to even do them. One. Why am I getting a spam call? Okay. Euro Truck Simulator 2 you can recommend to anybody. Such an awesome game to just calm down. There's also American Truck Simulator 2. If you don't like Europe, I guess. But yeah, Euro Truck, American Truck Simulator. But yeah, that's what I was interested in it for initially. Well, I picked it up initially because I think I had watched Northern Lion play the game. And I was like, wow, this game is sick. And I tried getting into it, but I was like, damn, this is really hard though, so I was never any good at it. Because parking is just horrible. I would just jackknife the hell out of my truck, but the driving part's really fun. In a weird, relaxing way. You never liked American Truck Simulator? You just find American trucks so ugly? Wait, aren't they all the same trucks? I mean, I think that at least the trucks that I see here in the US, it's a lot of European trucks. I see Volvo trucks and stuff all the time. I thought it was just the locations that changes. I thought that was the only difference. You'd rather play Demon Slayer Simulator? Demon Slayer, like the animator? Like the animator. Like the anime? Tesla trucks look nice? No, they don't. Just cut that off immediately. You know what's so fun? Okay. Now that we're here. Now that we're in this space. So, Tesla design, right? First of all, I'm not an electric car guy. I'm not close-minded to it. I would get an EV someday, potentially. You know, I actually like the Korean EVs. I like the Korean EVs. I would get like an Ioniq 6 or something. Or like I would get an Ioniq 5. Probably my favorite one. Or I would just get like, you know, like the EV version of some domestic car here, maybe. So, not Teslas, of course. But, you know, Tesla design, like, just forget about the car, forget about the whatever, the soulless aspect of it. Just design-wise, you know, I thought the Model S was really beautiful when it came out. I thought it was a really good-looking car, and the second iteration of it, like the second gen Model S, I thought was really, really pretty. And then I haven't liked anything else that they've done. Because, like, I can look at design, like, in an unbiased way. Like, I can appreciate it, even if I don't care for the brand, or if I don't care for EVs in general. You know, if it's a good-looking car, I'll be like, okay, it's nice. So I love Model S. And then the Model 3 came out, and it's just like a fish head. Just like a fish face car. You know, Model X, like, if you look past the gimmicky doors, I thought it was a decent looking car because the taillights are really nice and sharp. And then Model 3 comes out, or not Model 3, what's the equivalent? What's like the cheaper Model X? The Model Y. The Model Y comes out, and it's like, they accomplished their goal of making it more accessible. And it's a very, you know, successful mass market car, but then it's just like, why do they just get rid of all of these, like, the handsome aspects of the design, like that the Model X had, gone from the Y. And now, recently, I've seen like the newer Tesla models where they've lost even more of their design language. Now it's just like light bars, which for me, light bars are just already a no-go. To me, light bars as a design trend should have died in the 80s. And I wasn't happy when I saw them start to come back in car design, like modern car design. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, a light bar is just like, think about the taillights of a car, it's just like a line. That's light bars, and they're so boring, and they make, like, one thing I love when I'm car spotting is I love noticing what a car is from like way down the street, just from the taillight signature, you know? And I love when cars have, you know, their distinctive taillights. And so light bars to me are like they're just horrible. So yeah, I saw this new, it's like a new Model X, and it's just a light bar in the back, and I was like, wow. So now it's like, what was already, I thought, a soulless kind of look, now it's like really soulless. Now, like from behind, it just looks like so many other cars. Like from far away enough, it's indistinguishable from a lot of vehicles that use light bars. The most upsetting one is obviously on 911s, because, you know, I love Porsche, and like seeing it on there is just, that's depressing. Also on Lexus models, I've seen it a lot, and it's also depressing. It's so bad. I can't wait until this cycle ends and we go back to like cool taillight like designs. So yeah. Anyway, but yeah, the first generation Model S and the second generation Model S, beautiful cars. I'm gonna get out of this now. We don't need to finish this. Bumblebee is adorable for a Transformer. Wait, Transformers? It's like human evolution. They're devolving, turning into gray blobs. I just miss when, you know, cars had... They were proud of their design choices, and they accentuated their taillights. Oh, Neo, I gotcha. Okay, Mark, I see. Optimus Prime would be sad to hear that. Oh, that he didn't like American Truck Simulator. Or who was that was saying that? Dev? Oh no, Lunatic didn't like American Truck Simulator. If American Truck Simulator had Optimus Prime, that'd be tight. I don't know that they do, but I don't think there are any European Transformers, are there? No idea. Oh yeah, we never finished talking for much earlier. Yes, it was Lunatic. Oh, you don't like Transformers either. You guys, you don't like to make friends. Well, I don't know. There's some joke there. Something the friends we made along the way. Transformers. I haven't seen any of the new movies. Oh my, what am I talking about? They're not new anymore. The Shia LaBeouf movies, 1 and 2, 3, 4. I guess I mean the live action ones. Never seen any of those, but I've heard from my friends that like the first one's a pretty good movie. I don't know. I don't care. I liked Transformers. I liked the Armada cartoon show when I was growing up. I watched a lot of Armada. Nice interrupt. And that's about all my Transformers experience. 1, 2, back up. She did not back up there. Transformers 1 is really good. Wait, is that a reboot? It's called Transformers 1? Like Xbox One? One. The one with Chris Hemsworth. Okay. I don't know. I guess it's definitely like a newer one. I just know Shia LaBeouf. Oh, and Megan Fox was also in there. I forgot about that. But yeah, the Transformers movies, they must be such great, just like advertising opportunities for American truck brands, you know? 1 and 2, 3. You wish Taki didn't have this insane idle time? She just sits there and does nothing. 1, 2. You can look into mods to address that. However, I always like to think of it as she's reluctant to fight you, and that's why she is much more lax than some other bosses, because, you know, I like to think that she's, even though she's under the subjugation of, you know, the alpha, there's still some Taki there. 1, 2, 3, delay, and 4. There's still some Taki there, and so she kind of feels like, oh no, I don't want to be fighting Eve. So I think thematically it's nice. Transformer animated newer movie is really good, actually. Forgot about that. It's called Transformers 1. You also got confused with the title name, I see. Bad title, right off the bat. I mean, unless one... But, I mean, they should learn from Xbox. Xbox One, horrible console name. They should have just called it... I wish they called it the Xbox 720 or 540. That would have been fair. Just go in increments of half circles. But Xbox One was like the worst thing they could have named it. 1, 2, delay, and 3. Fair from lore, but it still somehow makes the fight less fun to you. Still a great fight, especially second phase soundtrack. 1, 2, 3, 4, jump, and 5, delay, and dodge. Isn't she under Raven's control? Actually, I'm not entirely sure. One and 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna briefly talk about spoilers. If you're watching this though, you've played the game. Briefly spoilers, just know that. Briefly spoilers, if you don't want to hear the spoilers, just mute for like a minute, okay? And then I'll do this sign when I'm done talking about spoilers, okay? So that you can have a visual cue. Okay, I'm pretty sure it didn't Adam turn her into an alpha? Like, you know, like all the other alphas? Because, you know, Adam created all the alpha natibas. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought it was Adam. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, so we're done talking about spoilers. However, also be warned that there might be some spoilers in chat if somebody replies to what I just said. Okay, moving on. 1, 2, back up. Oh, it wasn't. Okay. Something I really would like to do, actually, is I would love to do a lore playthrough. You know how much fun that would be? I have never done a lore playthrough, and my initial playthrough of this game was even rushed a little bit because I was very much worried about the pace of the streams. In retrospect, I should not have worried about it. I should have just played the game however I felt like playing it, but whatever. When my very first playthrough of this game, which is still on YouTube, there's still a playlist there of my blind playthrough, I didn't do all the side quests, and I didn't really stop to read everything. If I were playing on my own, I would have stopped to read everything, because, like, dude, there is so much here. Just if you go to missions, and you just read all this... I failed these, that's kind of funny. If you go to the missions and just read all these... there is so much text to go through. It's like amazing. And there's just so much extra detail there. So I would like to do a kind of lore playthrough where we do stop and read like everything and read all like the mission things and read every single... because, you know, these character bios, they update as you're progressing through the game. So... I mean, some of them do anyway. Like, I'm sure Adams does. Yeah, like, Adams literally updates. That would be fun to do. I would like to do a lore playthrough. It'd be a really long playthrough, though. At least in comparison to a regular playthrough, it'd be a really long playthrough, but it would be fun. So maybe someday we'll do a lore playthrough. Hey, Eric P. Thank you for tuning in. What up, what up? How come I haven't started RE9 yet? Just been busy, basically, is a short answer. I've been unable to stream. But we're kind of back now. We're kind of back now. Just disappointed there were no actual DLCs, like a DLC that shows an alternative story of Taki Raven. I think they're saving it for the sequel, in my opinion. That'd be so cool, even you still need to find all the memos and stuff. Oh yeah, definitely find them. There's good guides online. If you go to like the game8.co website, I definitely use their website a bit to help find the last couple memory sticks. Although some of them are not accurate, but you know, if the game 8 guide doesn't work, then there's like a worse IGN guide that might have the correct information on where to find that memory stick. But yeah, I collected all of them on console. I still haven't on PC though, but on console we did get all of them. Okay, let me fight a couple more bosses here. It's almost, well, it's 7 o'clock. I have time though. I have time. Yeah, we'll do no. I'm not. I don't feel like doing Karakuri. Let's just do Demo Crawler. Death Stranding is like that. You get emails that flesh out the world. It's fascinating what you end up learning. Best part is the date is the same day as you're playing when you get the email. You know, I saw something on Steam recently called what was it? It was like Porter's. It was like Porter's Way, or like the Way of the Porter, and it was like some cool community post about like, I don't know, folks just still doing stuff in Death Stranding. Death Stranding 1, mind you. So that's kind of cool. I did pick up the game on PC, despite I started it on console. I got like 7 hours in, and then I kind of just stopped. But I might be more open to playing it on PC, I guess. Oh, is there a chance I can fight Brute? Yeah, you know what? To hell with this. I'll do Brute right now instead. I'll do Brute, just because you did ask about it earlier. Okay, let's just use last save slot. Brute got easily the best glow up of all of the second fights in the game. Obviously, the first time you fight Brute is really short, but the way they added a lot of attacks is just fantastic, and he gets his own boss arena. It's just great. The way they did this was really good, and you know, of course, I talk about this a lot more in my boss tier list. 1. That was a 3-string. 1. 1. Oh yeah, like he has a repulse in phase 1 now. Awesome. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5. One and 2. 1 and 2 and 3. Oh no. 1, 2, 3. Is that the normal does Brute have multiple animations for his retribution? Maybe he does. Also, what a great transition too. I was a little bit early on that second dodge. 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 Nice. Very Juggernaut-esque attack. Let's see, is the new stuff mostly unblockables? No. 2, 3, 4. That was 6 attacks? Wow, I've probably only seen that attack like, whoa, I don't even know that one. I have fought this boss maybe like 5 times. I'm not even sure that I've seen that attack that he just killed me with. Which is why I'm playing on my stronger preset right now. And then I'll try to do it on minimum. 1 and 2. 1. Repulse is nice. 1 and 2. You don't like using guides? You meant it'd be fun to do everything like a 100%-ish playthrough, collecting everything? Yeah, casual playthroughs in this game are really good. I've done a few of them. We did one kind of recently, like towards the end of last year. I did do a casual playthrough. And it was a really good time. It was like, you know, we did true ending, all that stuff, and I did like all the big side quests. One and 2. There was an event in Nikkei that happened September last year that implies that there could be a bridge that could bridge the 2 franchises in the future. 1, 2, like Stellar Blade and Nikkei? I mean, I would expect that because, you know, their Shift Up has these 2 IPs, they may as well use them to cross-promote, you know? It would not surprise me. 1, 2, early. Oh, I'll just really go. I can actually react to that. 1. That hurts me even when I'm in mid-air. 1. Okay. 1 and 2 and 3. It's addicting and the community keeps the roads and items around the world alive. Yeah, that is so cool. I like the community aspect is really cool. I was shocked just how much like stuff there was, even though, you know, I was playing Death Stranding, whatever, like at the end of last year. Or like last summer I started it. I don't remember. I started it sometime last year. But anyway, I was shocked that like even though this game had come out a while ago, there was still just so many messages everywhere, like so many messages, and maybe they don't expire, but I thought that was cool. One and 2. 1, 2. Oh my goodness. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 string. 1, 2. That's a 6 string now. Now we know that. Alright. 1 and 2 and 3. That doesn't change for phase 2. Same as phase 1. 1, 1 and 2. Oh, that's a hit though. I just backstepped, but that could have hit me. When it is like the symbols. 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, that's brutal. I think I've seen enough. Okay, I'm gonna do it on minimum now. That's enough of like a primer. Let's actually try to kill Brute now. Okay. Am I gonna fight Behemoth at some point? He needs some love. Yeah, I will spend more time on Behemoth one day. Not today. One. 1 and 2. One. I'll take my energy. Get my shots in there. Work on that shield. Dodge, nice. Chain reflection 1. One and 2. You call Brute Patrick and call him Tubby? 1 and 2 and 3. Delay end. 4, 5. You know what's funny, Juan? I think you're talking about Patrick from SpongeBob, but the first Patrick I thought of was actually Patrick Warburton. So there's that. One and 2. Behemoth still makes you wonder why they didn't give him the Super Cinema finisher cutscene in the base game. Well, I would guess there's some technical reason for some, like, maybe something to do with when they coded it originally. Like, maybe the quest would end in a weird way if they did put the finisher, so they couldn't anymore. Could be like a weird reason like that. Because, you know, they only added it much later. Like, they added it in initially. Oh, wait, hold on, I might be lying. No, yeah, so it didn't have a finisher until Boss Challenge came out, which was like a little over a month after the game came out. So, I guess when they added it in, maybe the main game just, it wasn't compatible. I don't know why. I don't know why they couldn't make it work, because, you know, it's not like... Let me think about it. Does every optional boss in the main game kind of end in a sort of anticlimactic way? Let me think about it. Because, like, obviously Abaddon doesn't have the same cutscene as regular, like the first encounter with Abaddon. So I don't know. To me, I would guess it has something to do with the quest ending correctly, and maybe it just caused bugs, but no idea. Yeah, all the main game bosses just fall, right? Like the second versions of them. It's gotta be something like that. Okay, let me try to kill Brute here. I got messed up by that unblockable, damn. 1. 1. 1 and 2. One and oh my goodness. Okay, didn't expect to die to that. I guess I was a little bit close. If you're closer, of course, the timing is going to be a little bit different. 1. 1. In Boss Challenge, they just reused the base game cutscenes for re-encounters like Aegis or Stalker. Right. 1. Oh my goodness. Probably since they can't make sure you defeat the Dozer before the Corruptor. Oh yeah, that's true. In that case. I should do a silly run called Kill Everything Alive and go and kill every enemy that's in the game without dying. A kill all run? Let me think. How would that be different than a normal casual playthrough? I guess interesting part of that like might be fun to watch would be fully exploring the wasteland. You have to fully explore the wasteland and the desert, you know, like on one life, obviously, to kill everything, because otherwise things will respawn. That would require, yeah, a really thorough pass through everything. I'm not gonna lie, that sounds pretty tedious. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5. One. Oh my, that's the same attack that killed me last time. I'm just not seeing that. I was late on the parry. I think I was late on the parry. Alright, I might have been a little bit too confident into going into this. 1. Nice interrupt. 2, 3. Just silly, but it would be funny. It would be pretty funny. Dodge. I mean, it would just be fun to, because, you know, that'd be also informational. It'd be informative because I'd probably find enemies that I never even like knew were there. Like if I really go exploring everywhere, like in every nook and cranny. Because, you know, in some sections, there's enemies that only pop up, like, when you're close. Like, they could be hiding in the ground, and then they, like, spawn in. 1. Oh, my God. Especially in the desert. But there's got to be a finite amount, and that'd be interesting to, you know, try to figure out and explore, like, okay, is every enemy dead? And then, like, do one final comb over of the entire desert and see, like, yep, that's all the enemies. They're all gone. Or it'd be, I don't know, maybe somebody here knows this, but like, if you were, for example, you know, these areas are so large, like if you go in, like I'm thinking if you kill an enemy on one corner of the desert, and then go through, like, the other corner, like through the hypertube section, and then you run all the way back to that section where you killed the initial enemies, would they still be dead? Like, are they going to respawn? I know they shouldn't. I know that they should not respawn because, you know, normally enemies would only respawn if you touch a camp. If you sit down at a camp. Correction. Because you could touch a camp to get an autosave and not respawn enemies. It's only when you rest. So, in theory, they shouldn't be there, but, like, I don't know if there's any kind of something with the game's code where it just spawns them back in. Like, stuff like that would be interesting to find out. Because, you know, I'd be curious about it. How would I go about finding all the hidden enemies? Just very meticulously going through everywhere. Like, I'd have to comb over the entire map, right? It would take forever, which is why I said it would be really tedious. But, like, if you just slowly and methodically check everywhere, you know, I think we could check everywhere. I think we could do it. Yeah, check every square meter. It would take forever, that's for sure. But I'm up for the challenge. You know what? After I kill we're gonna test that just real quick in desert. I'm gonna go to if I have a save file, that is. I might not have one ready to go. Because yeah, all my save files are like just at the end of the game. And if I think of my my save manager save files, maybe I have one, but I probably do. That's if it's working. Let's check right now. I'm gonna open up my save manager. It's still working. Nice. So like this, it's called Souls Speedrun Save Organizer. That's how I, you know, load in a different save, and it's generally good. However, multiple times, 1, 2, like 3 times now, it has failed me where it just like resets all my configurations, and I have to go back in and, like, you know, find Stellar Blade's directory again, and set everything up again and link it to the correct folders because it just like forgets. It forgets everything, and it does this randomly. For no reason. Like, I have no idea why it does this. If you have ever used the Souls speedruns save organizer, let me know. Because when you... It'll pretend like it's a fresh install, basically. I have no idea why it does this. But by default, you know, Stellar Blade is not a game that's on there. So it's very tedious when that happens, because, you know, I have two separate, like, entries for my unpatched version of the game and then this version of the game. But luckily it's still working right now, so that's good. You still hope that in Stellar Blade they don't... You still hope that in Stellar Blade 2, they don't make the entire world yellowish. You love deserts so much, but in Stellar Blade it was just a chore at some point seeing everything being yellow. Huh. Yeah, I mean the... So the open world areas, of course, they were added in kind of later in development because of Sony's suggestion. Kind of why I imagine they're more samey. So yeah, I mean, obviously Shift Up has a lot more money now than when they started making Stellar Blade 1. So maybe for the sequel they'll be a little bit more ambitious with the environments, right? Because I would love like a jungle or snowy area or something to explore. I think that's a very fair critique if we're critiquing. Not something I normally do here. But I agree. You're usually not a fan of deserts in games unless it's done super well. 1 and 2 and 3. Snow and rain are where it's at. Actually, rain would be really cool. I mean, because it's great in 807. And this is why the DualSense is so badass, because on the DualSense you can feel all the raindrops. And I love that about 807. So yeah, if there were like some area to explore where there was rain, that'd be cool too, like an open world area. 1. I would enjoy that. I guess it would make the most sense to have it in a kind of foresty area. Like a rainforest. And, oh my gosh, think of the possibilities, too. Think of the possibilities, like, as far as platforming goes. You could have, like, cool natural platforming layouts with, you know, trees and stuff, and maybe sword surfing on tree branches, kind of like Kingdom Hearts 1 style in Tarzan areas, you know? That'd be tight. I could see that for sure. One, 2. Oh my goodness. Ay, ay, ay. You confessed that you would really like darker, more horror-ish locations like the Lavoir areas in Stellar Blade 2. I think they'll have more areas like that. Did I just say raindrops? Yeah, I was talking about the rain in 807. Until your shield breaks. Wait, what are we talking about? Oh, yeah, sword surfing. Yeah. So, I've said this forever. I think it'd be really cool if you could pull your sword out to sword surf anywhere in the desert or the wasteland, because there's enough inclines, especially in the desert. I feel like it would fit really well. You know, Breath of the Wild style. Just let me sword surf on my sword whenever. That'd be cool, because yeah, you can run pretty fast, especially if there's no enemies around. You can get into that faster sprint. But I mean, it's still a really big area, you know? So having like a slightly faster form of transportation would be cool. Just let us fast travel to any camp from the map menu. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that either. Let me think about it. Just like Final Fantasy style. I mean, I mean, yeah, I think that would also work. That would also work. But it wouldn't be as fun. I mean, that's like a quick bandage solution. But just like, let me sword surf. That'd be so much more fun, I think. Or have both. Just have both of them. As long as you're not in combat, I'm down with just teleporting to any, you know, camp that you have. 1 and 2. Yeah, we are struggling a little bit. You know, they should reference The Last of Us 1 and 2 environments for Cyberblade 2. Why do you think so? Oh, do you just mean visually reference them? Okay, I was thinking like, why would they be referencing like just Pittsburgh and stuff? But I understand what you're talking about now. Because of the context, what we're talking about, I guess, environments, like different look and locales. 1, 2, and 3. Delay end. 4, 5. Custom boss challenge presets. For example, a custom amount of health for bosses, or make them more or less aggressive. Yeah, so what I would like is kind of like a sandboxy thing to play in. But also what you're saying, like, so I would love it if you could set up... I talk about all this in my wishlist video, but I'll just recap. I think it'd be really cool if there was like similar to in God of War 1 and 2. Actually, no, I don't think 1 had it. But 2 definitely had it. I know in God of War 2 you could have there was an arena mode, and you could choose what enemies to spawn in, and you could choose like different modifiers for whatever just to mess around. I think that'd be really cool because then you could mess with enemy compositions that are not in the base game that you would not encounter normally, because it could make for some weird, interesting moments, you know, in combat. But then also, I wish that boss challenge was much more comprehensive in the options, because you don't really get any options. You have 2 presets that are basically the same thing, and then a minimum preset. And then you have your last save preset, which you can set up to do whatever you want, but it's a lot of work, you know? So, what I want is, the main thing is I want to be able to choose my damage level when going into a boss fight. 1 and 2 and 3, delay end, 4, 5, because this would make it a lot more useful for practice. If I want to practice, let's say I want to practice like speedrunning, I want to fight X boss when I have Y amount of damage, which is what I would have normally at that point in the speedrun. So not being able to do that makes it really tedious because you'd have to set up a save file and then do it that way manually. Which, if you have a save manager, is not that bad. But yeah, I think that should just be part of the game. Let me choose my damage and then... and then if you want to have extra modifiers to like kind of spice up the bosses, that'd be fun too. But I think it'd be even better if they had just like in Sekiro, there are inner versions of boss fights. So you have your regular boss fights and then you have the inner versions of them, which make them harder because they have different strings and stuff. I would love it if they had developer versions of the bosses, like kind of think of like an unrated version, I guess, where they kind of like, it's like no holds barred, and it's the developer difficulty mode, right? And the bosses can be like juiced up a little bit. They can be like super juiced, have different movesets, especially movesets that like maybe play on your expectations from fighting the regular versions. Because if it's like developer curated, I think that's just gonna be a better experience than like if you can just like choose to adjust stuff. I guess it depends how they do it, because if they think about it and like are conscious about the options they give you, I guess it's like the best of both worlds. But I would love like a developer difficulty version of the boss fights, like a remixed version of them that, you know, is unlocked once you beat the game. Maybe like you gotta like beat the game on hard mode and then it unlocks the developer, like the remix versions. And then you can go into a boss challenge and then you have like the regular difficulties and then you have like a special version. That'd be fantastic. And let me choose my difficulty. Like, let me choose my damage output, rather. So, if they could do that, that'd be super cool because, you know, while, yeah, I get a lot of value out of boss challenge, it is pretty bare bones. And there's definitely potential. There's a lot of potential for in the sequel. I think they could do a lot more. One and two. Now, in my wish list video, I go full ham and I talk about how it'd be cool if there were kind of more not roguelite, but I guess kind of like a roguelike mode where they kind of give you loadouts or give you challenges. I think it'd be cool too if they just gave us like a daily challenge type thing. Something where it's like you have to fight X boss, but like in an unusual way. Like for example, for Brute, maybe like just an example for this boss. Maybe let's say that the daily challenge is Brute, this boss, and these two combos work. Like only it's like an uncommon one. Like only Incursion 1 works, and maybe like Incursion 3, like the combos that I never use, or like maybe Onslaught 3, like these kind of less common ones. And your only gun is like, I don't know, we'll say it's like the laser beam. So you got your laser and you got these combos, but some other thing is buffed. So like you have debuffs and buffs, and it just makes it for like a different way to play. Something just to kind of like spice it up and keep things fresh. Because unless you were like a really talented modder and you wanted to create your own challenges, like you can't really have that, you know? And everything I've seen as far as like mods go, like for like gameplay adjustments, they're all very like, I wouldn't recommend. It's definitely like, I can only imagine the folks that created them maybe haven't played the game that much. That's like my impression, because it's like really weird decisions from the ones that I've tried out. So I would love a developer curated one instead of kind of just shouldering all of this responsibility on the community to keep a game alive with like extra content. Because, you know, the developers, they're gonna know best like how, like, hey look, this will be fun, try this. Just give us just give us some game modes, right? And in my experience poking around with mods, it's really weird too, because like it'll be like a mod that would be so nice if it was just clean, but then it'll just have like random strange decisions for like basic gameplay things that are just like this so-and-so user's like the mod creator's preferences, but like none of it seems thought out. It's just really strange decisions that are just like forced onto this mod. So anytime that's forced into a mod, I'm just like, oh, I'm not about this. But yeah, I would love some more developer curated stuff. That'd be sick. Anyway, next tangent. 1 and 2 and 3. Hello, Believe in Something. Thank you for tuning in. If they do bring fishing back, they should throw in some silly stuff like a penguin or a child's doll. Oh. Well, we kind of can fish up some child's dolls, right? Like the Nikkei dolls. One and 2 and 3. Delay end. 4, 5. Alright, I should probably really try to kill this boss, because otherwise we're going to be here all day. 1. To be frank, that's some really niche thing. If you had any experience in UE, and they wouldn't require an Epic account for using the engine, you'd try making such an arena mod yourself. Whatever they do, you're still super grateful to Shift Up for not making repeated bosses, instead giving them different extended movesets. And 3, delay end. 4, 5. Yeah, I mean, I think for their first console, for their first bouts in the console space, they did an incredible job. And Shift Up, dude, I love Shift Up. I talk so highly of them all the time, because like everything that they have done shows that they just care about their game a lot. Like all the free updates mainly. That's the main thing. Like they've updated the game so many times for free. It's definitely nice. It makes me have faith that the next game is gonna be freaking sick, dude. Like they're gonna learn so much from this one and just make it even more awesome. 1. Oh my goodness. That attack is crazy. Alright, anyway. it was so stressful. How can I talk about playing? I mean, I guess I've been streaming this game for a couple years now. When I'm playing Stellar Blade, it's kind of like autopilot, which sometimes, much to my chagrin, I will autopilot and I'll start playing, you know, more in a more absent-minded way. You can definitely tell, like, if you're watching me, like, you can probably tell when I'm more locked in compared to when I'm just like whatever. You know what I mean? Like when I'm speedrunning, you can tell I'm locked in general. Not always, but in general. Like my last video on my channel, the sub 4 hour run, it was like a 340. That run, I was pretty locked in. I was pretty locked in towards the end. And so I was much more just focused on playing and not really reading so much. But like here, it's just boss challenge, so that's kind of why I look at chat a lot and I talk a lot about whatever. Because, you know, I want it to be... I mean, I'm here to try to entertain, right? I'm here to entertain or put you to sleep. I know some folks like to listen to my streams to fall asleep, which is, to me, such high praise, because, like, I do that. And I gotta really like a stream if I'm gonna sleep to it, so... Or like a video, whatever, like a podcast, so like... That's like my favorite compliment. Hey the Pabs911, thank you for tuning in. You'd like to see more scenario and gameplay mods like some from Elden Ring that create a whole new world, but in Stellar Blade, usually only new skin mods are released. Yeah, and you know what? I like to think that they're just saving stuff for the next game. Because yeah, and again, most of the stuff has been free. Like the biggest DLC was the Nikkei one. Like in comparison, like the Nier Automata DLC seems like nothing in comparison to the Nikkei one, because Nikkei gave us a new game mode and a new boss fight. So, pretty hype. But I still like the Nier Automata DLC just because the two worlds blend together so well. And I mean, if you're a fan of Nier Automata, just having the music is nice. Having the music in the Wasteland is nice. I can't listen to it though because it would demonetize the stream. However, I say that, but it wouldn't even wouldn't matter because I don't even put ads right now anyway. I haven't put ads on my stream in so long because I just don't care. You know, I'm here for the people, and I don't have enough of a viewer base to even make the ads really worth it. I would get like a few bucks, so I'd rather just make it ad free. And when I say a few bucks, I mean literally like $5 maybe. So it's just not even worth it. And that's like if it's a good stream. Like we got a bunch of viewers, you know? Been practicing lately and have improved greatly. Love the game even more now, so damn fun. Love your celebrate vids. Thank you. Thank you for watching, I appreciate that. One. Okay, can I kill Brute here? Let's see. Sock 'em boppers, sock 'em boppers. 1 and 2. 3, delay end. 4, 5. If you don't know what sock 'em boppers are, man, just Google them. Tell me Brute is not wearing 2 sock 'em boppers. Actually, but then they renamed them. They're called soccer boppers now. Juan, thank you for the gifted membership. I appreciate that. Who got it? Wait. You got... Wait. What? Do you guys see this? I didn't know this was possible. Juan gifted a membership, and he got it. He himself got the gifted membership. That's unreal. That is unreal. I don't think you guys understand. So here's some history. Juan has... one time he has subscribed to the channel membership himself, but otherwise he's just been gifted memberships, and like 3 times he got really lucky and just has been gifted a membership by different people. So for 3 separate months, Juan has had, you know, the channel badge, and they were all gifted memberships. And he's gifted a couple himself, but this is the first time I've seen someone gift a membership and get it themselves. That's hilarious. I did not know that was possible. Did not know that was possible. But holy hell. One. Wow, it's like every single time we do this, phase 2 starts and I die immediately. Was that on purpose or did you get lucky? Yeah, no, you can't gift to a specific user. It doesn't work like, it's not like Twitch. Twitch you can get, I think on Twitch you can gift to certain people. But on YouTube it's just random. Oh my gosh, another gifted membership. Thank you, Juan. That's really kind of you. Let's see who got it this time. You paid more money to get a membership? Not necessarily, because you do get like the higher tier, although like you are supporting me more, so like the money does go somewhere. 1 and 2 and 3, delay end, 4, 5. Congratulations to V Hammer. Or V, it's not, wait, maybe that's not how it's pronounced, but, or V Hammer. You got a membership, so congratulations. Enjoy the emojis if you wanted to use them in chat. Yeah, I wish YouTube did let you gift directly to people. That'd be really nice. But currently that's not a function. Maybe one day. I don't know. Because that way I could do gifted memberships as like prizes for whatever. Like for some kind of maybe like trivia or audience interaction or something. We could like do giveaways like in chat, and you know, whoever wins can get a membership. That'd be cool. Nice interrupt. 1. Okay. Let's see, can I do any better here? Can I stop dying? He just always kills me with unblockables. So just try not to die to the unblockables. 1, 2. Let me see, can I just kill him if I just interrupt every unblockable? Probably easily. He has not attacked me in a while. What's going on here? Okay. I think that's definitely an uninterruptible. Hey Statue, thank you for tuning in. Am I playing on PC or PlayStation? Don't remember endgame outfit to be available. It's a yes, it is a mod. Actually, if you're also on PC, here is that mod. One. Goodness gracious, man. Yeah, Brute was reading chat also. He's like, hold on, I gotta stand on business real quick. Because for a bit there, it did seem like Brute went AFK. That was really weird. That happens sometimes though. 1 and 2 and 3. This has been a fun little Brute excursion. All thanks to Nicholas Barreto. Thank you for suggesting this, because otherwise I would not have been fighting Brute. So we're getting a lot of Brute gameplay in today. 1 and 2. You feel that so much, you also often randomly take a peek on your other monitors and then die because you're stupid. No, that's not stupidity. It's just we only have so much attention span, you know? One. Oh my goodness. I am not getting that dodge at all today. Brute gets to shine. One and blink. One and two and three. Delay end. 4, 5. A little bit early on 4. Okay, chain reflection 1. Work on those shields. Shields are almost down. 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, next chance I get, I'm doing a counter chain 2. 1 and 2. Actually, I lied. I'll save it for phase 2. Would I like to have more weapons in the second game, or do I think having just one weapon with a variety of combos is better? One weapon, variety of combos. If I were to choose one, I would go with that. However, you know, I want more than one character, so then I want the other character to have like a uniquely different weapon, or like I want it to feel different, right? That'd be ideal. Like I would rather have a separate character than Eve having a completely different weapon set, basically. One. What? What? Oh my goodness. That's like tar pits from UN, but worse. By the way, how well do you actually know the other final boss besides Providence? Would be interesting to know. I never fight Elder. My Elder knowledge is very little. I've practiced him like a tiny bit, but like I've spent like a couple streams trying to learn him, but it's so few and far between that we ever touch him. Just because, you know, when I speedrun the game, I fight Providence, so... And, in, like, my efforts to work on, like, a hitless playthrough of the game, the plan has always been to do Providence, and so I've never really, like, focused on Elder, because it doesn't align with anything that I do. So yeah, I rarely fight the optional bosses. Like this guy, I never fight him. I never fight Behemoth. I never fight Stalker 2 or Abaddon 2, or Gigas 2 for that matter. And I never fight Elder. And also, sadly, I've barely fought the DLC bosses. We started learning Man a little bit the other month. I started learning Man a little bit, but then Scarlet I have literally not fought since the first time we fought her, which, you know, I have a stream on, and that was a very fun time. But I'm going to, I want to at some point, you know, I'm not really in a rush, because, like, we have time. We got time until the sequel. We got time. I'm gonna continue streaming this game. So it's funny, because, like, I'm kind of, like, saving, like, I'm rationing the bosses in a way, like, I have fresh stuff to do. Like, this feels fresh. 1 and blink. I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Alright, we're back. Thank you for waiting. It's 8 o'clock already? It's 7... I have one more attempt. Oh shit, I didn't realize the time. I have one more attempt in me. We gotta... If I'm gonna kill Brute, I gotta do it now. Okay. I gotta get serious. 1. Because, USA versus Mexico is about to start. I'm not missing anything. I'm not missing a single pitch of Paul Skeens. Dude, I am gonna be there for the entire game, so I need to immediately finish this. Come on, Brute. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll interrupt everything. I don't care. 1. Oh, shit. I didn't get the aim cancel. I recognize that was dangerous, but I tried to aim cancel. My bad. Okay. Seriously, this one right here. This is the one. This is the one. Alright. 1. Alright, third time's a charm. That's what I meant. I misspoke earlier, so this is this one right here. It's kind of weird how it puts you back in the stage. Cause like I keep you know what it is? It's just been a while since I've streamed. I keep misspeaking. But obviously 4th time's a charm. 4 might be an unlucky number in some Asian countries. I think Korea doesn't like 4. But here, in our case, it's a lucky number. Because we're about to kill Brute on the 4th try, after coming back from the bathroom. So I'm reinvigorated. That was the blink. That would have been a good one to get, honestly. 1 and 2 and 3, delay and 4, 5. Nice. 1. Oh, that's perfect. Take the energy. I'm gonna start stockpiling my burst energy. Because I'm hoping I can just kind of like cheese him at least. To finish off phase 2. 1. Oh my goodness. I don't have it in me. Forget it. It's not happening today. Okay. I'm sorry I couldn't do it next time though. Next time. Because yeah, I gotta watch this game. I have to. I have to. You don't understand. I need to watch USA versus Mexico. And you should watch it too. It's going to be an awesome game. I'm serious. The Mexican team is so... They're good. Like, they're good. I think it'll be a really close game. Probably. There have been some blowouts, but even the blowouts have been entertaining. So, World Baseball Classic, check it out. I'll be here Wednesday, I think. So, hang on. Let's just quit out of the game real quick. I'll just recap some stuff and say bye to everybody. Going to sleep. Take care, Lunatic. Thank you so much for tuning in. Next no-hit playthrough, Brute is the final boss? No. Okay. So just to recap, because I talked about it a little bit earlier, but you know, I've been away obviously for like the past maybe almost a whole month now. For like the past 3 weeks have been really hard just because you know, I haven't really been able to stream. So real quick, you know, basically my mom had a stroke. I have been unable to stream at home. It's been really hard, but I have some time now and I feel like the things are stable enough where I feel like, yes, I can stream without like potentially having to end the stream randomly. And I'm working tomorrow. I've also been working more a little bit. Like I've been working Tuesdays. Like I'll be working tomorrow, but I'll be back Wednesday. I should be able to stream no problem. And my plan is I'll either start RE9 on Wednesday. So if you care about this game and if you want it, maybe you finish your casual playthrough, I'll be maybe starting this, or I'll be continuing Clair Obscure and trying to beat this. We have a lot to do still, so we probably wouldn't finish the game, but it's going to be one or the other. I'm leaning towards RE9, although I kind of feel bad that Clair Obscure has just been sitting there for so long, just uncontinued. But yeah, either way, thanks for watching. I appreciate all you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for the 2 gifted memberships, Juan. That was really nice of you. That was I couldn't believe that you gifted yourself one. That's insane. Thanks for tuning in again, Deb, Nicholas Bredo, Juan, Lunatic, The Pabs believe in something. Who else did we have in here? We had Eric P. Joey Central, thank you for tuning in. Magnamic was here earlier. Did I say Juan? I'm pretty sure I did. Statue, thank you for tuning in. Just keep scrolling up through here. I like to just name as many people as I can from chat. You guys were really talkative today. I know I missed a bunch of stuff. Damn, there was some point there where I was really focused or I was ranting about something, so I apologize if I missed your messages. A lot of familiar names. Oh yeah, Mark was here earlier. Thanks, Mark. Congrats on getting a Switch too. Sage Butter, thank you for tuning in, Sage Butter. Heat Haze Gaming as well. Oh, we also had Titan TV. Thank you for tuning in. There was Dash as well. And all you guys, that's as far as my chat goes up. But everybody earlier, thank you for tuning in. And everybody in the future, if you're watching this in the future, thank you for tuning in as well. I will catch you guys next time. Go watch some baseball. Peace.